What is going on? Primetime 25. We have TD Styles, current PlayStation champion, up against Morbidmadlad. I have the absolute pleasure of being joined by my brother from another mother. It's Mr. Valentine. How you doing, brother?
All good, mate. All good. How are we?
Yeah, very good. Very good, brother. I'm very excited for this card, my man. We've got some crazy, crazy fights ahead of us. Obviously, the main event I said about a moment ago, but one of my main standouts of this night, obviously top to bottom, absolute killers, but EK Bang Bang, Magical Cloud, those two guys are known for some quick finishes, my man. All hands, all day, so very, very fun fights. Any particular ones that stand out to yourself there, Valentine?
Oh, mate. Two Soul, Machine Gun. We got Issues, Pirate Kip, Styles, Morbidmadlad. Yeah, so many fights on the card. And of course, the early prelim, the man, the myth, the legend, Noeta, fighting the MtranXiii.
The MoffatMan, that's right. I believe this is one of Noeta's kind of first performances with us. MtranXiii has had a couple so far, I believe, up and down with his performances. These guys are about ready to go. It's going to be in bantamweight there, brother. We're not going to waste any time with it. Peter Yan up against TJ Dillashaw, from what my eyes did see right there.
Yep.
There you go. Noeta using the TJ Dillashaw pick. Peter Yan as the MtranXiii. Always fun fights in this weight class. We know that Peter Yan can be a bit difficult to deal with there at times, but from what I've heard, Noeta has all of the striking tools to, kind of be able to adjust to the pressure of somebody like Yan.
No, definitely. I think he does, right? But what I think Noeta needs to keep in mind is moving forward against Yan, because you don't want Yan to move forward. I don't know if he still has that perk, but he does have the perk where, the more health he has, the less damage he takes.
Okay.
Especially at the early stage of the fights, Noeta might need to be quite careful about how he approaches the fight. Maybe initiate a couple takedowns here and there.
Could be an educated game plan. Mix it up on your opponent. Take them down when necessary. So far, I see MtranXiii trying to get some feints in. That was a nice interrupting lunge, though, from Noeta. And the takedown attempt to boot with it. Nice work from him.
Nice single leg.
Lots of time as well, Valentine. 3 minute 44 on the clock, brother. Plenty of time to just do some work, whether you get the ground and pound, go for the finish, but most likely just look to work your opponent, right? Try to tender them up a little bit for the later minutes in this fight.
Definitely, and I think that's a really good strategy that we don't see very often, especially in the early prelims where people hit the ground straight away, because everyone they comes to bang it out. Which we do like, right? We always want to see a knockout, but sometimes it's always good to see a technical fight as well. And I'm just looking at it from MtranXii's perspective, and if I'm right here, I want to start including those punches to build GA. I don't want Noeta to keep posturing up and laying those ground and pound on me.
No, exactly right, brother, exactly right. Use those little GA building pitter-patter shots, maybe get that full guard transition. Obviously sets you up for those 50-50 transitions, but now Noeta's raining down some ground and pound to the body, trying to get some money in the bank, get that stamina a little bit lower.
Yeah, sorry, Cyrus there. He kind of started throwing shots with the hand holding the head. Remember, guys, never do that, because that's a free posture up. Unless you're pre-denying posture up there, it's a very, very risky thing to do. Beautiful reversal by MtranXiii there.
Yes, sir. He's no joke either, brother. He's had some great moments in the past within the promotion. He gets reversed right now, though. Not where he wants to be. Noeta still has plenty of time to work in 1 minute 30 on the clock, brother. Obviously, so far, so good for him, other than a couple of minor slips like the reversal a moment ago.
Definitely. And, I have seen Noeta, training with Ebba, one of the most furious strikers in the game that not many people know about. So hopefully he learns a thing or two from her.
Very, very nice. I have just been informed that MtranXiii is normally a calf fighter. He comes across from one of the calf sides of things. So interesting to see him pick a regular fighter, maybe making some adjustments to some of the picks of some of the guys around. Obviously, TJ Dillashaw can be a little bit difficult to deal with one of those calves, but looks like Peter Yan's having his fair share of troubles already in this first round as well.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like the round went rather quick. For some reason, I do not know why. Yeah.
Maybe just a mix up of styles there, Valentine. Obviously a little bit of striking at the beginning, first couple of minutes, then the takedown on about the 3 minute mark. We see that's a very, very good round for Noeta. 20 odd significant strikes to under the 5. No touch of gloves. These guys, all business, brother. Now starting to land some shots on the inside.
I'm seeing some beautiful, head movement from MoffatMan. Right now, maybe he should be the one to initiate a takedown if he's to, not get his range right. Because he doesn't want to be taking these leg kicks. He just had his another leg kick check, goes for a knee off the sway. Unfortunately, not able to capitalize anything there. Does the head kick, gets the back fist in, throws another knee.
Oh, nice little slip. Dig into the body, brother. Dig into the body. You gotta love to see it. MoffatMan's trying to get something going. He has got a slight stamina advantage with that recovery of Peter Yan. Obviously, Noeta trying to be sniper-like in his approach, landing that straight, trying to go for the head kick. What a dodge from MoffatMan.
That is huge. That is huge for MoffatMan, and he gets taken down. Beautiful clinch throw there.
Yeah, showing an educated game plan is Noeta. I mean, obviously, he trains with a lot of very, very top-level strikers from the KM lot. You guys have your fair share of grappling capabilities as well, as he's looking to implement this evening. Obviously, having a little bit of adversity, just a little bit, and deciding to take it to a place where he was obviously feeling a lot more comfortable in the first round. And it's a beautiful mix-up, and so far going to probably be the the major kind of key in this opening round or two, brother.
No, definitely, and I think that's an educated thing, right? This is the kind of stuff we saw a couple of weeks back from a lot of guys on the main card. It is having the educated guess, playing to your strengths, and not always trying to just stand and bang. And I think that's what you need. And I think MoffatMan is, doing a really good job this time around than the previous one in his transitions.
Yeah, he's staying a little bit more composed, but yeah, this is not great for him, brother. He's going to go for that top mount, of course, but oh, the transition gets done from Yan. Great work, brother. Great work. He's going to have to hold this, though. Obviously, so far, Noeta's done a great job of not staying on this bottom position, not accepting it at all. That's a good. Now builds the GA and reverses him.
Gets swept again.
I mean, Noeta's...
Top mount.
I have to say, brother, I mean, I was expecting Noeta to come out here showing those silky smooth hands, and not saying that they're not there, but we haven't seen them too much this evening. The ground and pound and the overall grappling is really, really on full display for this man. It's a nice educated game plan he's implementing.
Definitely, and we have seen MoffatMan's calf picks in the past, right? We've seen how dangerous he could be with his hands. So I think it's a smart gameplay by going for these takedowns in these early 2 rounds, and beautiful stack guard. Not many people utilize the stack guard from the opponent's full guard. If you don't know how to do it, you posture up for a get up and then hold LB halfway.
Yep. Halfway through, that's right, brother. That's why it does wind up quite a lot, but you can often juke your opponent when you're fainting those half guard positions, and the ground and pound opportunities, just to your point, Valentine, are massive from stacked guard. If you get a couple of clean shots, you can just do absolutely insane amounts of damage to your opponent's head that can really, really close out a round nicely.
Especially towards the end of the round, like you said, Cyrus. I mean, if I'm MoffatMan right now, I'm going to see if I can utilize the also Togari trip every time Noeta enters the pocket and then get on top if I can't stand with him. If not, just pressure, mate. Pure Petrian pressure. Nothing's better than that. Let's go back to the block making mental, lads.
Yeah, no, honestly, I think you're exactly right, mate. I mean, with Peter Yan, he just needs to be the guy that's going first in the striking, striking realm. Maybe not reckless abandon, but definitely outlanding your opponent, definitely throwing more. Cannot allow himself to get backed up against the cage. Lovely work from Noeta. He's trying, brother. He's trying to get something going on the end there.
That was a beautiful space for MoffatMan to counter off that signature lunge. Maybe if he was able to utilize a pullback uppercut there.
Chopping at the leg is Peter Yan, trying to stay composed on the outside after that rock a moment ago. Noeta is marching forward, looking for his opportunities. These guys seem to both be fairly composed at this point. Obviously, definitely have to be a little worried about that head health, though, if you're Peter Yan.
I'm actually quite surprised because Yan's head health isn't that low. As I say that, it starts to blink a little bit. I don't know if going for legs is the right move. Beautiful intercepting jab there. Tries with the overhand, not able to get it. Gets clinched again into a hip toss. Now, this is not the position MoffatMan has had success in the last 2 rounds. So I believe if I'm him, I want to get out of this position as soon as possible. especially with, you know, being behind on those last 2 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the elbows, they really do start to rain up as well. They break that block. They damage your head. You can see the head health low.
Oh, bad. This is bad.
This is it?
And, yup, that is it.
No.
Beautiful fight from Noeta there.
Yeah, he showed an educated game plan, showing his grappling pedigree as well this evening, able to implement some beautiful ground and pound. Obviously, not to forget the excellent little rock that he had got moments before on the feet as well. A very, very well-rounded performance from Noeta. Interesting to see where he goes from here. Sure, MoffatMan's going to go back to the drawing board, adjust. We've seen him perform a number of times out here, so obviously always looking to make some adjustments, but Peter Yan not able to stand up against the that pedigree of wrestling from TJ Dillashaw tonight. Beautiful work.
The snake in the grass.
The snake in the grass for sure, brother. With all of that, that is our early prelim fight in the bag. We have a TMF Bucko up against AJS Rasputin. I believe this is Rara's debut for AJS. Yeah.
Oh, boy, am I excited. Rara, you know, if you're new to the community, you might not know him. He is the definition of a relentless competitor. That man can receive setbacks after setbacks, but you will always see him come forward, right? He learned grappling. He made a huge adjustment to his playstyle, which he didn't. If I'm not wrong, he fought ItsTonyTime recently,
I believe,
where he didn't have much success, unfortunately. Hopefully, with the AJS camp in the back, he might be able to redeem himself this time around.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously Bucko's coming out here looking to make a bit of a statement for himself. Rasputin, as you mentioned, has been a veteran of the scene for a very long time. Somebody that's really made massive strides in his game throughout the time that he's been with us. Obviously, you know, a member that has really kind of relied on his grappling as of recently there, but has been looking to work that outside striking, and, you know, in his all-round striking game. And a camp like AJS, I think maybe just is a perfect pick for him. You know, they do have some really top strikers and some great grapplers as well, so definitely going to be having some great training partners heading into this one. But much the same can be said about Bucko there, Valentine. I mean, obviously coming from the TMF boys, same can be said, brother. Same. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. You know, I think TMF is, like you said, is more well-rounded camp. AJ's guys are known for their predominant striking ability, whereas, you know, TMF, you got Doc, you got Jim, you got Crypto, and you got the up-and-comer as well. So this is going to be a good, interesting matchup for Rasputin's debut for AJ's camp.
We'll see which one gets this done.
This debut too?
It is. I believe so, anyway. I believe so. Starting out quickly, AJ. Look at this already from Rara, brother. That's already the best striking I have ever seen from the man. Absolutely loving it. Rara Rasputin's a new man.
Ooh, goes for the clinch takedown.
Just add another.
Survive for a second there. not, you know.
He wasn't 100% sure, you know?
Yeah, he wasn't quite sure if he was going to get it against Masvidal, so he just takes a step back, gets taken down instead. Let's see where he goes. I think Rara is being a lot more composed here and a lot more patient.
The shot selection has been on point. I mean, Bucko did a nice job of sidestepping there and going to the body, but I mean, my God, is Rara looking on point with his hands tonight, mixing in the grappling, trying to go for those shots. Are
those feints? Double leg feints?
You can't feint yeah, you can't feint the double leg. Unfortunately, you can only feint the single leg in UFC 4.
Okay.
Look at that lead
I would like
body
to
up.
see Bucko utilize those teeps, you know. Oh, beautiful duck into a double body uppercut off the head kick.
Yeah, I mean, with Rara coming out looking so clean, Bucko is doing all he can to stay composed, looking for his opportunities to get a counter and change the tide of the fight. But that's an excellent takedown from Rara Rasputin, now finding himself in half guard, Valentine, with plenty of time to work.
Oh, he gets the mount. This is huge. He's going to rain some ground and pound. Bucko needs to be careful. Wow. He went. Did he just bust it down?
He did. I think he decided to keep his stamina up. He's got his grapple advantage high. I mean, my God, is Rara looking like a new and improved fighter. I have actually personally fought Bucko. Bucko. And I know that he is no slouch for sure, so with Rara coming out here and looking this clean.
Beautiful flick on the right stick there to get himself back up. Let's see. I think Bucko is not doing a bad job. It's more so, we are just overtaken or overwhelmed by Rara's, improvements in such a short time span. If I'm Bucko, that's exactly what I was going to say. Kicks to the body, right? You use that range. Keep Poirier out of the pocket as much as possible in the early stages of this fight, and then you can pick it back up towards the later rounds.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, the majority of this first round have just been calling the massive adjustments that Rara has clearly been making in his game. And I mean, look at this, brother. I am genuinely blown away by it.
But, we do need to look at stamina management as well, right? Oh, beautiful denial. And goes for the... Is that the windshield choke or?
Inverted triangle, I believe it was.
Inverted triangle, yeah. I think it was an inverted triangle, yeah. Oh wow, Bucko's submission defense is not looking good. I don't know if he was doing it because it was end of the round. Because if Rara makes note of that, that could be, Rara's fight. Because that submission did not look so solid.
I would assume it was because of the end of the round. I mean, we'll give him that. At least at this stage, yeah, you'd hope so.
He said, I am not bowing down, mate. Take a front kick to the face. Oh, that is big.
My God.
He's able to double down on the body instead of going for the head. He might have gotten a knockdown there.
He is trying to switch off AJS, Rara's lights, put a stop to that momentum. Now taking the back-sitting position.
He decides to get up. Good shout by Bucko there.
I do think that these body attacks are really, really good work from him. Definitely needs more lovely flying knee.
Ooh. Goes for the leg kick. I think that's one thing, we haven't seen Rara utilize from Poirier's arsenal is those calf kicks.
Absolutely right. Is it 4-star or something like that, his calf kicks?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Oh, it's a flying double knee.
I mean,
goes for another trip, secures it this time around.
All to play for Valentine. Bucko is definitely pushing the pace, looking for opportunities to get the finish, but I have to say, Rara so far looking on point and making adjustments when needed. As I say that, now getting swept with 2 minutes 30 on the clock, brother. Plenty of time to get this working.
Oh, he needs to care. Okay, he needs to be careful about, throwing shots with the hand holding the head. Beautiful get by Bucko. Bucko's doing a really good job on not getting the fight to the ground because that's where, he wasn't having much success last round. Beautiful spin to the body, putting Bucko down. Let's see what Rara can do.
And again, another trip. That does so much stamina advantage. Sorry, brother, that does so much stamina damage.
Literally exactly what I was going to say. That that does chip away not only your short-term stamina, just a bit of your long-term stamina, so you do not want to be taken down or tripped over off of a leg kick catch.
I don't know if you've ever had it happen to you, brother. Very demoralizing as well, in the game or real life for sure.
Oh, beautiful flying knee there.
Oh, when he leans into that head kick right there. He had his block up, but still very dangerous. And that one. I mean, these head kicks are all coming through right now for Rara.
Yeah, I mean, Poirier's, lead body kick or lead head kick might not have the best animation, but Rara is sure making, good use of it and landing them. As I say that, almost eats a wheel kick to the face.
Oh my God! He gets sacked down! Masvidal pushing for the finish.
I think he might be okay here.
Oh, mate. One shot.
Barely, he's okay.
That denial for the neon belly was vital for Rara's survival at this point in the match. 20 seconds left on the clock. We see Bucko separating, attacking the body once again. Imagine you can
stayed on the ground, mate. With 15 seconds left, I would have stayed on the ground. Wait for the next round.
Yeah, you saw how much ground and pound he was able to get off within 5 to 10 seconds there. Can you just imagine one more posture up?
Yeah, I would have just stayed on the ground because you don't want to risk losing the fight by standing up straight away. Just let your stamina recover. Okay, so that might have been a 10-8 to Bucko.
Could very well, he got the rock. And I mean, no, Bucko's coming out the gates very quickly. Feels like he may be behind in this fight, or at least one-on-one, trying to get something big going in this third round. But the adjustment from Rara gets him down early, brother.
goes for the back swing, gets denied, goes for the top mount, gets denied. Rara has no stamina here. He needs to be wary of that. Gets the backside transition by flicking up, gets right back up to his feet. I think Bucko's doing a really good job. I actually think he's ahead. I think he lost the first round 10-9, but last round would have been at 10-8. So I think it might be even at this point.
You could very well be right, brother. And right now, Bucko's got a slight stamina advantage, pushing forward, cage cutting, trying to keep that center of the cage and make it feel small. Rara's trying to stay composed, but you can tell that the cage is starting to feel very, very small at this point.
Especially with that stamina and, you know, having very, very lacking footwork. Because Warrior's footwork might be 94, but he does feel heavy.
Oh! The body kick again!
That is huge. Those switch kicks have been money for Bucko the whole fight.
Ah, lovely. We're going to the body. The check hook is right there. No, chambering up some combinations. This might be the finish he was looking for.
Beautiful clinch from Rara. I would have seen Rara to utilize some sort of head movement there. Bucko flexes on him, goes for the double flying knee, not able to secure it. Utilizes a push kick to push him back, get some range in and space, time to breathe for AJS Rara Rasputin. Let's see if Bucko can get the finisher.
Maybe Rara trying to look for an opportunity to test that submission defense once again. He goes for it there. That's exactly what he was looking for.
Gets the denial again, and this could be big for Rara. Okay, looks like Bucko's submission defense ain't that bad. Maybe it was just because of towards the end of the round trolling there. I mean, if I'm Rara, I actually want to stand. I don't know if you'd agree with that, Harry. The reason I want to stand because I feel like, you know, he's losing the fight so far. So whether it goes to judges, it's probably going to go to Bucko. You're going to have more chances to get the flash KO or a pullback uppercut or even just a planted rear uppercut when Bucko's going for those body hooks.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. I mean, at this stage now, the ground and pound opportunities are not really there with that sort of stamina to get the type of damage you need. But that one pullback counter may all you be needing. Bucko is putting together combinations right now, so pulling back on that third shot if he's able to recognize it. Oh! Bucko put him down again. This is it, brother.
No.
Oh no.
He wants a KO. He doesn't want to finish it via ground and pound, which we have seen, you know, backfire a lot in the past. Especially with 4 seconds left. Looks like we're not going to get a finish. I do not know if I agree with that strategy of Bucko. I think he got the fight, but still.
Yeah, he probably got that second to third round with, you know, big second round, definitely a big third round as well. That first round, I mean, AJS Rara looking fantastic, having moments throughout the course of the fight. Honestly, my heart skipped a beat at the end there where he slipped the uppercut. All it would have required is an uppercut to start to really test that chin. Yeah.
Literally might have, with Poiri's power and accuracy, that would have easily been end of the round. Yeah. End of the fight, sorry.
Really can be. He's got the type of power that translates throughout the night as well, brother. I mean, he can hit you at any point and pop those lights out. Great fight, though. All round start to finish. Both guys should be very proud of their performances tonight. Bucko picking up his first W, I believe. Big win for the TMF boys, but shout out Rara Rasputin and the boys over in AJS. What massive strides he made in his game tonight. Wasn't quite enough to get the job done, but definitely interesting to see where he goes from there, brother.
No, definitely. You know, I'm actually quite impressed with Bucko. I'm looking forward to seeing more of Bucko's fighting and just pleased with Rara's, you know, improvements. And this is just of him joining the camp, lads.
Yeah, exactly.
It's only, you know, one way from here.
With that being said, we have another AJS boy standing up. AJS BossRoss is going to be taking on Body Snatcher's Degree BroomStick. BroomStick, obviously a veteran of the scene, Valentine, now training out of BSD, making some great strides to his game as well. Up against the always dangerous BossRoss, has all of the makings for a very fun fight, brother.
No, definitely. I mean, we've seen plenty of, you know, BSD lads, right? We got Pudgey. We had a couple of this, and BroomStick is also, I think we've seen him a couple of times now. With BossRoss, I can't remember much of his fights. I'm really looking forward to, you know, seeing what he's bringing to the table today.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, BroomStick has been around for quite some time, just a new addition to BSD in particular. BossRoss a little bit newer, hasn't quite been around for, you know, as long, but definitely been on the scene for a little while now. These guys fighting in the middleweight weight class. We have a calf pick up against Robert Whittaker. We'll have to see if that pans out for BossRoss. We've seen this calf pick from him in the past. He's definitely got some, you know, sneaky skills with this guy, so should have all of the hallmarks for an entertaining striking battle. That's what I expect over the opening course of these first 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, I just don't agree with the calf pick against Whittaker, because it's not like there's a normal pick there that can beat Whittaker other than Whittaker. So I'm interested to see how BossRoss approaches this interesting choice with the double leg kick there.
Yeah. Right now, feinting that leg kick is BroomStick. That's nice little work. Obviously, nice work from BossRoss, landing some big power punches in the opening 30 seconds of this round. Look at the height advantage as well. Sorry, Valentine. Look at the height advantage of BossRoss. I mean, these calves, you can make them very, very lanky, brother.
You could, but I just don't know how much, you know, that's going to add in favor of BossRoss if he keeps entering the pocket. I think he just needs to stay in range like he is right now, use those side kicks if he has them, and just fight Whittaker from range, because Whittaker in pocket is the last person you want in this weight class, unless you're going against Cannonier. That leg health is starting to slowly chip away for BossRoss.
Yeah.
It's interesting because he's the one that started it, runs out of stamina. This is very bad. He does not want
but
to
the spinning elbow is there, and the spin kick.
Wow.
Go to sleep. I mean, what a knockout from AJS BossRoss. Jesus Christ, brother. I am speechless.
Wow. Oh, I did not see that coming, especially with the man having no stamina to turn it around with a spinning back fist into a spinning heel kick to the head.
The old bait and switch, playing possum, trying to look for those big shots. He found them, sends his opponent to hell. What a big win from BossRoss. If you did not know AJS BossRoss before tonight, you know his name now.
Literally. Interesting. Now he's 2-0 on BroomStick by the looks of it.
Fuck, man, that was massive. I can't believe that. Quite genuinely.
I did not see that coming, mate. Did not see that coming, because I just saw BossRoss running out of stamina. You know, BroomStick going in to close it, and then before you knew it, it was done.
Sure, man. Now, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much you're familiar with these two guys personally there, Valentine, but I know these guys. I've seen them both compete either in PrimeTime or on their own personal streams a number of times. I am very, very excited for this one. We're going to be having the one and only MtranXiii, or MtranXiii. You know, like I say, the mic train is all aboard, right? This man's got lethal striking, incredible pressure, has some great kind of general wrestling or anti-grappling as well. We haven't really seen him utilize it too much offensively, but have you come across Tranquillia or MtranXiii yourself?
Not Tranquillia, unfortunately. I haven't had the pleasure to spot Tranquillia yet, but I have fought MtranXiii several times, and I think if MtranXiii's able to keep this fight on the feet, he should have very, very little challenges. Whereas when it hits the ground, because I've heard of Tranquillia, I've heard of his grappling, I think, you know, that's where Tranquillia will shine his best on the ground and MtranXiii on the feet. So, you know, this is a classic wrestler versus striker, if I'm not wrong on what I've heard about Tranquillia.
You're absolutely right, brother. I actually went back and recently watched Tranquillia on one of his live streams as he was sweating through the ranked side of things, and the man has some phenomenal grappling, but I'm going to be straight up with you. Do not sleep on this guy striking. I said it to him on his stream. He's definitely got some hands, man. He's definitely got some hands. It's just, you know, maybe a little bit more comfortable in the striking element. We see that in this matchup, Kamaru Usman for Tranquillia favoring that grappling technique. Obviously, MtranXiii picking the striker in Leon Edwards. Much to your point a moment ago, though, he actually did say to me when I was talking to him, because he was talking about this fight before it comes up, he said that if he's standing, he's losing. So he needs to get the fight quickly to the ground, all right?
I mean, with Usman pick to be honest, I don't think you're losing anywhere other than footwork. So if Tran's able to, maneuver around the cage well and just kind of point fight, I think he has it in the bag, because Usman's power is very, very, very nasty, mate. You do not want to get hit with a haymaker. As I say that, he gets taken down.
I know, this is where Tranquillia does his most dangerous of work already, slicing over into top mount like butter. This is gonna be...
This is huge.
Yeah, this is very, very bad news for the mic train. Trying to not get derailed this evening, but Tranquilla's already on his tracks, pushing forward, denying those... Mate, honestly, the denials are so on point.
Yeah, so far he hasn't given a single transition through, landing those hooks. This is looking really, really bad for MtranXiii right now. With no stamina, gets another denial. If I'm MtranXiii, I want to wait for my stamina to get full. Goes for the submission.
The stamina, it's not exactly, too high right now. I was going to say he bailed on the submission, opting for the ground and pound opportunities, and that's not necessarily a bad option. Get that block down, get that head health working of MtranXiii, and even if he does able to survive this, it's going to be harder for him to get into those striking exchanges with such a compromised block or head health.
Finally gets a transition through for MtranXiii. I would kind of, I would sort of disagree there, Cyrus, because I think Tranquillia should have checked MtranXii's submission defense, but this position is better than no other. So let's see what he can do from the crucifix here. Gets a denial. This is again huge. MtranXiii really needs to be patient and wait for the GA to get to his side.
Able to get out of it, but not out of the woods yet. Side saddle now over into the back, hitting the postured up now from Usman, raining down ground and pound.
This is bad.
Tranquillia, honestly, he is a guy, he's going to work you with the ground and pound, but he isn't going to just go crazy with it and lose position. He's aware of the types of attacks he can throw without losing those majorly dominant positions. Doing a great job so far of just working calm and calculated, trying to chip away at MtranXiii.
My only problem with MtranXiii is he's being reckless on the ground, right? There's no composure there, none whatsoever, because every single transition he's done was when his stamina bar was halfway. You need to wait for the stamina to be full before you even think about even faking a transition.
Able to get out to top mount, going to be feeling a little bit better about it, but as we see, postured up, definitely not out of the woods yet. That's a nice separation, but only 13 seconds left to go, brother. Not a lot of time to get anything going.
No, at all. It's we've seen people come back from worse. So if I'm MtranXiii, I need to do three things, right? Side kick to the body, teep to the body, spin kicks to the body, and keep Usman away from getting anywhere near my crotch.
It's got to stop him shooting on those legs, for sure, brother. Whether or not you do that by maintaining the range, which sets up the angle pick, or crowding that distance, we'll have to see how MtranXiii approaches this one, trying to use those side steps, being elusive thus far, but it looks like Tranquillia is not wasting any time getting all up in his grill and landing some power shots with Usman.
The Usman straight and the jab is just so nasty, mate. Really... He goes for the head kick straight, gets it, not able to do much damage.
If I'm right as well, they've upgraded Usman so that the switch stance is pretty equal, right? His switch stance is pretty high now. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, God, into the sweep and secures it. This is very, very, very bad for MtranXiii.
I don't know why. I didn't even know that Usman had that, to be straight up with you.
I didn't knew he had the full guard sweep, sorry.
This time round, Tranquillia getting a little bit more active in the ground and pound situations, losing position as a result, and now obviously his opponent has a lot more time to get working, but he didn't give him time.
Sorry, Cyrus. As soon as you check a leg kick, there is no better time to go for a takedown simply because of the GA all the way on your side.
Once again, now working him in this top control position, slicing over into side control. The denials have been absolutely on point tonight there, Valentine, for Tranquillia.
Definitely. And I think Tranquillia is doing a really good job. Now I'm seeing a lot more patience from MtranXiii instead of, going for those transitions. what I would like to see more of from Tranquillia is switching those ground and pound, right? Just throw a couple straights in first to break that block, because once you break that block, you're gonna literally go through that damage with Usman's ground and pound.
Yeah, for sure. You chip away at that block, you get a decent amount of stamina when you're able to let go. Like you say, that power is so heavy from Usman, and only going to be made that much more effective with these beautiful denials that he's able to get off repeatedly.
Tran wasting no time, going for the side saddle transition straight away, gets it, goes for the backside one, gets denied this time around. Usman is looking to rain some ground and pound from side saddle, gets reversed, postures up, doesn't flick into side control, is quite comfortable here, denies the get up transition there.
I mean, honestly, this is so far a bit of a mauling for MtranXiii. I mean, Tranquilla's just really not giving him any space to breathe at all.
Denial. Beautiful takedown denial from Tran there. I mean, if I'm Tran, there's 23 seconds left in the fight. As I said, he eats an uppercut. There might not be another round. He gets knocked down. Huge for Tranquilla.
Oh, and he rocks him on the buzzer as well, brother.
As the bell goes through, easily 10-8 for that round. I mean, MtranXiii really needs to work on his takedown defense right now and range management.
Yeah, he's just having all he can handle and some. Obviously the grappling pedigree of Tranquilla really on display tonight, and I've been in that situation myself, brother. You get your head health hurt, you've been taken down so many times, the frustration starts to sit in. He's got one round to get something going, but
Beautiful head kick.
I mean, just has to have his defense so on point and stay so composed. His head health so damaged right now.
Definitely. And right now, you know, I am loving the head movement from MtranXiii there. Just those block. Oh, as I say that, he eats an uppercut, gets rocked again, shots ducking a couple shots, not able to capitalize on any of them from Tranquilla.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of these pullbacks. I'd like to see him try to time a little bit more of a planted head movement, trying to get a big counter off. I feel like it's his only option at this stage, is to land one of those big counters.
Yeah, I mean, Usman's block is quite low, but his head health is so high that you're not going to get off of that, and he eats an uppercut. His head is blinking right now.
This has got to be it, brother.
Oh, I think that is it. Yup.
Beautiful work from Tranquilla, trying to get his name out there, making sure you know it going forward. That grappling pedigree was on full display this evening. I mean, absolute mauling when he was able to get this fight down, which he was able to often and early there, Valentine.
Definitely. And with a pick like Usman, right, what else can you expect from the man?
Yeah.
Like, literally.
Absolutely beautiful performance from Tranquilla. Much respect to that man right there. Sure, we're going to see his opponent come back better than ever. Obviously, we say it each and every time when people take losses in this promotion. They don't, generally just go around bitching about it. They go back to the lab with their campmates. They work on whatever kind of went wrong. And in this one, I mean, for MtranXiii, this was his biggest test on the ground, I think. I mean, so far he's had a lot of great performances, whether it be in the striking, maybe some takedowns, but I would say Tranquilla probably the highest pedigree grappler that he's faced to date, and Tranquilla able to get that job done.
No, definitely, mate. I'm good shout out to Tranquilla. I'm really looking forward to who's his next fight going to be. Maybe against another grappler to really test his grappling. Yeah,
I mean, with a big performance like that, MtranXiii, like I said, it's still early in the card, but that's no reflection on necessarily, kind of where people are in terms of, their skill level. MtranXiii has been around the scene for a long time. We've seen him put on phenomenal performances in the past, so to do that against a very, very tough opponent is very, very impressive. And like you say, obviously interesting to see where he's able to take that going forward from here. See if he's able to put together some win streaks. I know he's, kind of in or about those top 30s. So in terms of the online ranked championship, so the man's definitely putting in those hours and, training his ass off to make sure that he's known as one of the better on the scene. So Yeah, very, very interesting. But it does take us on to our first PlayStation bout of the evening there, Valentine. We're going to be having BSD Cryptic Optics up against TSG Storm. I'm not too familiar with Storm myself. I know he's had 1 or 2 performances in the past. Obviously, Cryptic Optics recently headlining an event up against Hamzat. Not successful in that one, but I mean, Hamzat being a very, very dominant all-round threat, as we've seen in basically every fight he's had other than the Stars one.
I mean, the man did beat Bang Bang.
Yeah, exactly.
Which not many people can say.
Oh, Jesus. Yeeticus is calling out Tranquillia in the chat.
Let's fight Grappler vs Grappler. Going to be interesting. Hopefully, Doc is paying some attention to that. Potential matchmaking for next week's fight card. I'm very curious with the, Munoz pick. Because that is, in my opinion, one of the most underrated pick in this division. With the health stats, with the leg kicks, and the boxing.
I was going to say, excellent observation, brother. My 2 key points with Munoz is that he has underrated grappling, the head health and all-round durability of the fighter. And like you said, underrated and slept on boxing as well. This man's definitely a threat, but we all know how dangerous Peter Yan is as he finds an opportunity to sweep there into top control.
Definitely. And if I'm Yan, I don't see me being uncomfortable on the ground, whether that be Munoz or Aldo or anyone, right? Unless you're on the bottom, because I don't think Yan has the highest of the bottom game. But from the looks of it so far, gets reversed there. Beautiful read from Cryptic to get that reversal in place.
Nice
Goes for the
denial.
half guards, gets denied. Fakes the arm triangle, fakes the posture up, trying to build GA here. Goes for the full guard transition, gets denied again. Secures the top mount. This is very risky. We've seen a lot of top mount plays today so far. Goes for the half guard transition, secures it.
An interesting thing to note, I mean, obviously in his last outing, Cryptic was fighting Hamzat, and Hamzat was obviously is a very, very dominant grappler. Cryptic quite clearly have made adjustments to his grappling game this evening, already seeing some nice denials and an all-round confidence shift in his grappling abilities. I mean, he looked to take it here, and so far he's looking very, very good in these positions. No,
he really is. I mean, he did get swept a couple times, but, he kept his composure there, was able to get back on top. I'm actually very interested in Munoz, going for the grappling side of things. A beautiful get-up by Storm there, because I would love to see him, use his lovely, lovely leg kicks and beautiful boxing.
That was a lovely leg kick right there. Peter Yan trying to chamber up on the combination. Storm trying to get something going with the hands, but he's having a little bit of problem connecting on some of these shots.
Goes for the ankle pick, gets denied. Beautiful takedown defense by Cryptic.
Slip
Pull back straight.
Yeah, he's trying to go for it. That was a nice body attack from Storm. I like that. Has to be a little bit careful of the uppercut counter that you can see Cryptic trying to go for.
Beautiful slip straight. Both these guys showing some beautiful head movement right now. Goes for another body straight. Not able to get much done with it for now. I mean, I don't know how to score this round just yet. I would say, I would give it to Cryptic because of the takedowns and the ground time control.
I think I'd agree.
Beautiful switch kick.
I mean, quite honestly, I think the Cryptic did edge this round. It was a very, very competitive round, as you mentioned, but Cryptic probably just walking away with it ever so slightly. These guys going to have great recovery in between rounds, both excellent picks for doing so. I mean, honestly, if you're Cryptics, you're probably just going to have to look to replicate that same game plan, right? Mix up a little bit of takedowns, maybe work the grappling. But what do you do if you're Yan over there, brother?
I mean, Tranquillia just asked how does better Yan have less stamina than Cryptic. I think with Yan, the problem is people can get carried away, right? And to answer your question, Cyrus, I think Yan, I'm an outside fighter, right? But this is the only time I would strongly disagree against outside fighting. With Yan pick, you want to move forward, you do not want to move back. You want to be in his face, you want to do the damage, you want to utilize those perks. And right now, Storm is doing just that. Maybe just mixing a couple of body shots, goes for a hook, gets a pullback uppercut, not able to get much damage there from Munoz. But yeah, just utilize everything with Yan. Yan's got a beautiful jumping head kick. I believe it's called the one that DC has.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
boy.
I know the one. I know the one, brother. But I mean, excellent observations there, brother. And I think you're absolutely right, Peter Yan. When he goes first, it's when he's having his most success. We've said it, kind of in previous performances as well. Get that cardio going, get that hand speed going, work in those combinations, and make people feel the power of Peter Yan. Nice takedown attempt, or successful there from Munoz. Cryptic's now getting it to the ground with 3 minutes left to work. Plenty of time to get something.
Goes for the leg lock with very little stamina from Storm. This is not looking so great. Interesting. All these guys, without even making reads, giving up on those joint subs. Come on, lads.
Yeah.
Make some read. Use it. At the end of the day, it's going to score you points.
I was literally about to say this may be the first leg lock in primetime history, but Munoz decides to bail on it this time, maybe trying to set it up a little bit later. But you're absolutely right, my man. I don't know why people are bailing on them when they seem to be fairly cinched up for an early part of the submission, but, easier to say from our position, of course, in the heat of the moment. Maybe they, kind of zigged when they should have zagged, but now finds himself in bottom with Peter Yan trying to get something going.
He does have the rubber guard.
Yeah, brother, I was going to say I forgot about it, but that's a massive part to anybody's game. The rubber guard is a huge tool to have in your bag.
Definitely. Now, beautiful reversal. Just not able to, hold on to that position. Good work from Storm there. I mean, Storm should, ideally want to get back to his feet. Now, you never want to go for something like a big transition, such as a full guard sweep from half guard if you do not have any GA. You want to have at least full GA at the very least.
Yeah. Nice denial from... Honestly, Cryptic is looking phenomenal on the ground tonight. Made adjustments in his game. Looking to showcase them this evening. Having great success doing so. Obviously, that stamina of Storm really becoming problematic at this stage.
To be honest, we did see this exact gameplay pay off, in the first 5 with Noeta, where they're taking Yan down, raining those ground and pound, and in the last round getting the finish. So that might just be his game plan too, which is not a bad one at all.
Just looking back at the chat there very, very briefly, everybody's now taking the leg lock as a challenge going forward by the looks of things. So I think we're going to start seeing some leg lock attempts in future bouts, brother.
Definitely. Now, let's see. Sorry, I just got cut off with Doc's comment there. Beautiful stamina management by Cryptic. I'm very, very pleased to see his stamina being so high. It's all I want to see by all that beautiful stamina advantage now is for him to let loose. Just literally go hard. Because you won 2 rounds. Yes, you can play safe. But come on, man. You got a 97 chin. Not even Peter Yan is knocking you out that easily until you do a major slip up, which I don't see Cryptic doing so far. He's been so composed with his head movement. Yeah. All I want to see him is move forward and not let Yan decide the pace of the fight.
All about that, technically placed pressure. He's trying to do so now. Has to be very careful not to become predictable in his striking attempts, because we know that Peter Yan can hit you at any moment and really test you. But nice pullback upper.
Huge slip up there. Now Yan does need to be careful with those back fists and slip hooks. You don't want to throw them naked, because all it takes is one planted overhand.
Go for it, little side steps, making those shots missing. Trying to go for the body upcut is Munoz. Now attacking the head, having excellent success.
Beautiful body uppercuts there from Cryptic. Not able to secure the knockdown with the head kick.
Nice shots landing on the inside. 2:25 on the clock. Many seconds to go for these guys to find that finishing blow.
Beautiful takedown defense. I wish, Stomp had his defense earlier on into the round, but better late than never. Cryptic does prefer to go for that rear body uppercut quite often. If Stomp's able to make a read on it, I'd just get a block counter off that. That could be huge. With power like, Yan's, he would definitely get a knockdown and may be able to jump and finish the round.
Nice reversal of the position. Munoz now finding himself into top position. We'll have to see if he's going to opt to continue to, you know, maintain this position. Like you say, potentially 2 rounds fully up in the bag here, so I don't see why he wouldn't hold it there. Maybe go into that top mount and rain down some ground and pound to close this round out.
Goes for the side control, not able to get it, gets put into full guard. I believe is going for the leg lock there again, or try to posture up.
I mean, I'd love to see it, the leg lock. Go for it, brother. I'd love to see a leg lock.
Yeah, postures up. I believe there's not enough time for a submission right now. Just lays the ground and pound. I mean, if I'm Storm, right, I think I kind of let Cryptic decide the pace of the fight way too early. When you're having a pick like Peterian, you'd never want to do that. You want to be the one pushing forward. I think that's the only thing Storm could work on improving for his next fight.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how the judges score it. Got to imagine it's going to be Munoz. 29-28, 30-27, 30-27.
I would be very curious to speak to the judge that gave 1 round to Jan, just to know which round it was.
See if they get to see the results at the very, very end. I would assume not, but very, very fun fight. These PlayStation guys know they jump straight out. That's okay, though. That's okay. Takes us straight on to the next one, brother. Going to be jumping back across to PlayStation. TG, Papa Lima making his debut up against EK Harambe. I don't know too much about either guy directly, other than they're both high-level competitors looking to make their debut, and I'm very, very interested in this one for sure, brother.
Yeah, mate. I mean, Papa Lima, do you need to say more? The man is known in the community for a long time. If you have legs by the end of round 1, you know, you're not fighting the right man. As I say that, he proves it with the RDA pick. Great leg kick. And Harambe, you know, aka Deco, he is beautiful on the ground. Has one of the most deadliest side control I've ever seen. It's, you know, the only other person that I can compare his side control with is Styles. That's how deadly that man's side control is. So if Limas Khan can keep this fight standing, he might have a lot more success, especially with those leg kicks that Papa Lima is known for.
Well, so far, I mean, I've already liked the combinations I'm seeing from Lima. Very, very interesting opening couple of moments to this bout. We now see the takedown from Harambe. Obviously going to try to implement that top control advantage he's going to have with Usman. And I think that's a very intelligent play, especially after those opening combinations from Lima, which, you know, must have been a little bit concerning.
Definitely, you don't want to lose your legs this early into the fight. So it's, you know, beautiful game plan, right? Because this is what we talk about, which I felt, you know, most people kind of always see is game plans going into fights, whether that be early in the card, later in the card, main event. Utilize it, lads. Do some research on your opponent. If they're not good on the ground, why would you not want the fight to go to the ground? Yeah,
no, for sure. We've got a backlog of history on our events, whether it be the previous prime times, obviously on our YouTube side, many of these competitors fighting in many promotions and leagues within the community. So, like you say, do your research on them. Often it can be the deciding factor in whether or not you get that victory there, Valentine.
Yeah, I mean, so far, both these guys getting denials on each other, competitive on the ground. Papa Lima, you know, as we know, is a veteran in the sport. He is no slouch on the ground. As I say that, he does give up the back mount, flips into top mount, which is probably a wise choice. Gets a denial and gets denied back by Harambe. Rains those hooks on the straight. This is not looking good for Lima Khan. Papa Lima needs to get his head back to the fight. He does not want to be taking these ground and pound shots from Usman. One shot away.
He is in deep water right now. Usman raining down ground and pound with relentless pressure.
It is bad. Oh, beautiful head movement by Papa Lima to slip that straight. Gets denied again. This is very, very, very dangerous right now with that little stamina.
Only 45 seconds left on the clock. Can he make sure his opponent isn't able to get the damage off he's looking for? Another posture up for EK Harambe, raining down those shots.
Oh, beautiful slip. His slips have been on point so far, other than the first couple, but he does need to not keep going to the left. It looks like Harambe's got a good read on the half guard transition from the mount.
Now remember, every round starts standing, but I have to say that if you're EK Harambe, after that early takedown, confidence has got to be at an all-time high.
Definitely. Now, I'm curious to see Lemus adjustment into going into the second round, because this is where, you kind of separate the goods from the greats, right? It's the adjustment. Look at that. He shoots for a takedown instead. You would never see that happen when someone just got dominated on the ground to go for that takedown. I have to say that he goes for a power back drag. Now, if I'm not wrong, the way to deny that particular one would have been to flick down. On your stick?
I believe so. I'm not going to pretend to be the grappling expert, as I most definitely am not, but Harambe definitely seems to be this evening working his way back over into side control, has to stop this get up, and he does. Lima seems a little bit frustrated, understandably so. I mean, I'm sure you've been in this position before yourself there, Valentine. You've got a grappler that wants to take you down and work those ground and pounds. You're a striker that wants to get back to your feet. The frustration's got to start laying in.
Definitely, and when someone, who's just keeps denying every single thing you do when you get to this, when they get on top mount, it is demoralizing. I mean, what kind of hope do you have to get back up to your feet? And this round and pound is not doing any favors for Papa Lima right now. Now, guys, let's not forget, Lima is not someone that's new to the game. This man is a legend in this game. It's just, I think Lima is simply out of his depth right now when it comes to the grappling realm of Harambe.
Yeah, Harambe definitely seems to have an advantage in the grappling realm, has managed to implement it so far, looking for the finish. One shot away again, Lima's holding on. The problem as well here is that all of this ground and pound going to add up there, Valentine, and with the chin of RDA, we know that is a little bit suspect at the best of times.
Yep. it's a little bit suspect to say the least. The denials of Harambe has been on point, mate. Like, honestly, whether that be top mount, whether that be half guard, side control, this guy is not letting Papa Lima do a single thing on the ground. He's dictating everything he does.
Guard switching across, now able to retain the full guard, but once again, I mean, Harambe just not wasting any time to get a postured up position, work a couple of shots. This is good from Lima, though. A couple of little feints. Like to see him work the GA. We mentioned it earlier. Have to get those little bunny shots in. Work your opponent's head just even a little bit. Doesn't do damage. It just allows you an opportunity to get those transitions a little bit better.
Honestly, the GA, if it's not helping you speed up your transition at the end of the day, just run, but it's going to help you slow your opponent's transition and make that read that much better.
Yeah, for sure. Right now, Harambe, though, all over it. 8 seconds left in the second round. I said it the last time, I'll say it again. Every round starts standing. I imagine that his opponent now, Lima, is not going to be shooting for a takedown. Potentially accidental, potentially not. He did turn the angle on it. But in this third one, I think he's just got to go for broke with those combinations he was landing at the beginning. He looked so clean in those first 30 seconds or so with the combinations he was letting go with.
Yeah, I mean, I think his tool is clean. The only problem, Papa Lima has had is on the ground. I don't think he's going to have a lot of challenge on the feet. As I say that, the ground and pound is showing the damage that's being done to RDA's chin. I don't know if I would implement the
Jesus
leg kick strategy this late into the fight. Beautiful head movement saves him for now, and we have seen people come back from literally worse lads of being dominated 3-4 rounds.
We've seen 1 second knockout in the third round, mate, after 3-round domination, so do not blink. Lima, like you say, veteran of the scene, definitely has some silky smooth hands and looking to now maybe be a little bit composed in this third round, looking for opportunities to crack the chin of Harambe, but it looks like EK Harambe staying composed so far over the last stretch of this fight.
beautiful clinch into the whip, takes the back. I'm assuming he's going to go for another power back drag. No, he switches to go for a knee to the head.
Oh,
which is
that's a lovely leg kick.
Leg kick, Kane is back, rocks his leg. To be honest, for me, he won already. He got the leg on the fight. As I say that the match is over, beautiful ground and pound from Harambe, not taking anything away from the man. What a beast on the ground. Looks like we are seeing a lot of grapplers.
Yeah, I mean, tonight so far we're having a couple of grapplers really put on top-level displays of dominance and smash-like abilities. Harambe looking to implement that this evening, was able to do so fantastically well. Unfortunate for Lemur, hopefully we see him back in the octagon very, very shortly. You know, obviously not all of his opponents are going to be of the obvious wrestling pedigree of Harambe. We didn't know him before that, but I definitely know him going forward. That man can wrestle like nobody's business, so definitely a threat.
Who knows, Tranquillia versus Harambe could be the match to beat.
Oh, Jesus, that is a fight, brother. I think they're both like
beautiful grappling from Tranquillia.
Mate, I think that's 1-on-1 against 1-0. That's not a bad matchup. We'll have to see if the matchmakers like that one going forward. But a fun matchup in this one already, brother. Does take us another step closer. We're going to be seeing one of the veterans of the scene, Dale Denton, up against Love for MMA. I mean, Dale Denton, the comeback kid, always a gnarly veteran. He just doesn't like to go out. He always takes the fight into the later stages and looks for an opportunity to get that finish. Love for MMA, also another fabled striker within the community, been around for a little while now. I think this has all of the hallmarks for a very interesting striking matchup there, Valentine.
No, definitely. Dale Denton, everyone in the community knows him, right? He's the gentleman of the UFC 4 community, and this man will have full stamina in the 3rd round, 5th round, 10th round. It just does not matter who his pick is. He will have stamina. And I've seen him get dominated worse than what just we saw in the last fight, and still win the fight with a cartwheel kick of all. Now, obviously, possible.
It really, really is, brother. We see the Love for MMA pick with Conor McGregor. He's going to have power in those hands. Dale Denton coming out here with his fabled Tony Ferguson pick, I believe it was, if my eyes did not deceive me. There it is, Tony Ferg. Yeah, honestly, brother, this is going to be a crazy, crazy fight. I don't know if you managed to see it, obviously, yourself there, Valentine, but in one of his most recent performances, Dale Denton came out of the gates swinging those hands quickly. He's not looking to start the fight slowly anymore. He's looking to take your head off in an absolutely record amount of time.
That is a huge pace difference to what, I'm used to seeing from Dale Denton, whether that be the flying knee or those hooks. The man is going for the finish in the 1st round by the looks of it, which is probably, I do not know if it's the best way to go against Conor with the off the gates perk stacked against Dale Denton. But let's see, maybe he knows something I do not.
Right now we see Conor McGregor trying to sit down on that left hand, working the block and the head health of Tony Ferguson a little bit, but he's also eating shots as well, and when it comes down to durability, Tony Ferguson has that in the bag, brother.
Yeah, definitely, and I just don't know how durable can you be against Conor's hands, right? 97 power, 98, 99 accuracy with laser focus, takes it to 100.
Yep.
So I think Dale does need to dial it down a notch. And as I say that, he goes for a beautiful takedown, gets it this time. Let's see what he's able to do with it. Now, Tony doesn't have the biggest of top control, but neither does Conor with the bottom. This is good. This is where, I would want to be if I am Tony. Utilize the rubber guard, maybe get the top mount sweep, or just rain those elbows and get some damage in.
I was going to say, brother, I mean, if I'm Tony and I get those, get that rubber guard, you are getting elbows for days slicing down on that face of yours. But right now we see Love for MMA in top mount, raining down ground and pound.
This is bad.
I'm surprised he... Are you not surprised he didn't separate, though, with the Conor McGregor? The cardio isn't exactly what he's known for, especially in the grappling realm.
It is not, but Conor does have good ground and pound, right? It's just like Francis getting on top mount. Would you not want to get those free shots in when you have 97, 98 power?
Very, very true. Very, very true. But the also consideration is that your opponent is a very, very dangerous grappler and submission threat. So maybe you just don't want to get tied up and, kind of push back into those more dangerous positions. As we say that, though, Love for MMA does decide to separate it as soon as it hits that full guard position. Now pressuring and stalking from the outside, looking for opportunities to land that left hand of his.
Let's see what he can do from here. So far, Dale Denton has done very little wrong. If anything, he's done nothing wrong other than eating those shots right now. But that recovery is going to be in Tony Ferguson's corner. So by the looks of it, the stats look very similar, whether that be stamina or head health. But when they come back, I'm quite confident that Tony's going to be the fresher one.
I can tell you already that Tony Ferguson's going to come back with Nair on full stamina. Love for MMA may be about the similar amount, but he's taken a decent amount of body damage in over the course of this round, so I'm not too sure if his recovery is going to be quite as clean as you alluded to a moment ago there. Nice, interesting first round from both guys. As I mentioned to you, though, Valentine, Dale starting out much quicker than we've seen him in previous performances, not wasting any time this evening.
Yeah, and it looked to be paid off for him in the first round. He got a lot of damage, and with that recovery perk, as I said, Tony Ferguson comes back with full stamina. Kind of not that lower, but this will have a much bigger impact going into the last round where the out of gates perk is no longer valid.
Yeah, if they're able to make it to that third round, then this sort of chip advantage is going to start to have dividends. But it doesn't look like Love for MMA wants to get it there. Neither does Dale with a rock.
This is not looking good for Love for MMA. The man is being composed, not losing his shit and doing reckless shit.
Yeah, nice slip from him a moment ago, keeping his head and his wits about him, trying not to eat many more dangerous power shots from Dale Denton as he goes for another flying knee. And again, it's unorthodox, but it's mistimed as well. So as a result, it's very hard to read. And so far, Love for MMA not able to capitalize on any of these big looping sort of shots from Dale Denton.
Goes for the Superman punch. Dale Denton is just trying to utilize, the whole skill set of Tony Ferguson, right? Maybe even throw some sand in the eye. Get everything in there, mate.
I'd love to see it, brother. Love to see it.
I really think they should add that to the game. Like an Easter egg
where you can throw sand
in someone's eye.
Honestly, I would like to see an Imanari rollout of Tony Ferguson as well. Why not? You've got that grappling. And especially, in that first and second round, Valentine, it's just when Conor McGregor is so dangerous, you don't want to be in any real exchange with him. You've got durability, as we mentioned earlier with Ferguson, but the power is just so heavy from Conor McGregor that you just cannot play in that realm at all.
It's everything, right? It's the speed, the power, and the recovery. Like, that man hits like a truck. As I say that, he slips the knee. Beautiful slip by Love for MMA, just not able to capitalize on it, which is quite unfortunate because that was a beautiful read from him.
Yeah, it's been a bit of the story of his night so far. He's done a good job of staying defensive in many, many positions, has had excellent slips, but not found the opportunity for the counter so far. Dale Denton doing an excellent job of maintaining the range, popping in and out of distance, gets another rock, and the flying knee sits him down.
That is huge. He sits him down, barely has any head health left. Dale landing those knees to the liver. This is not looking good for Love for MMA, not in the stamina, not in the head health. But if anyone can come back at this point as a pick, it would be Conor. All it takes is one slip straight, one pull uppercut, one duck elbow. And before you know it, he ducks into that knee. Not
this
able
is
to get
it.
That elbow out. Eats an uppercut on his way down. This might be it. And that's a beautiful victory for the comeback kid, Dale Denton.
Dale motherfucking Denton picking up a win for TMF this evening. Looking great, starting quickly, not allowing that pressure up at all, being very unorthodox, and as you mentioned, Valentine, utilizing the full tool set of Tony Ferguson, El Kakui this evening.
Exactly. That's what you want to see, right? You don't want to see too much or people relying on a specific move of Tony Ferguson. You want to see them utilize them all and keep it switched up.
Yeah.
Keep your opponent guessing.
Exactly, and I mean, but if you know, quite honestly, when you have such a varied sort of technique and output, your opponent doesn't know what's coming, and you know they're trying to bob and weave, and it's very, very easy for them to bob or weave into one of those, you know, very unorthodox shots, whether it be the Superman punch, the spins, and so on. And Dale Denton able to get that W here this evening. Great win for him. Commiserations to Love for MMA. We know he's a gnarly veteran that's going to be back, but all Dale Denton over the stretch. Does take us on to the next one there, Valentine. AJS Warzby up against ThatAussie. Obviously, ThatAussie been around for a long time within the promotion since, well, early IFL days, if memory serves me right. Has great striking all round. Doesn't really like to grapple too much himself. Not that he can't, just doesn't like to. Obviously, AJS Warzby coming for a well-veteran striking camp as well there, brother. How do you see this one going down?
Unfortunately, I have very, very little knowledge on these guys. I know they've been competing for a while, so I'm just curious to see, you know, what they're going to bring, because I just haven't had the pleasure to call their fights or see them fight, for that matter.
Yeah, no, very, very much fair enough, brother. Fair enough. This one is going to be in the heavyweight division. Looks like we got Miocic up against ThatAussie.
Ooh. ThatAussie, not many people know of is the hands on this man. He's got like 197 power, I think.
I think so, brother. I think so. Yeah, he's got some scary power in those hands.
Exactly. I'm very curious with the pick, because he is not the strongest pick in the division, even though he might have one of the strongest hands.
Yeah, you've got to mind all your P's and Q's in this weight class. The margin for error is non-existent. Seeing Miocic attack the body early, and that's nice work when you've got ThatAussie. Watch that flying knee, though.
The flying knee. This is what, you know, Warzby needs to be wary of with ThatAussie, right? The hands and the knees. I mean, if Warzby does a good job on staying in range, picking at that body, and is able to get to the layer rounds, he's going to have a lot more success. Unless he's able to capitalize on a mistake made by Aussie here.
Quite honestly, Warzby so far, the boxing has looked very, very good. The kicks not so much, but the hands, the combination he's landing, going to the body with it, as you mentioned, looking very, very good. Nice kick attempt from ThatAussie. Looking for counters of his own. You know that the power is definitely there with ThatAussie, as you alluded to. Eats a head kick, though. Got to be a little bit careful. Not the Stipe. Can't land power of his own, but another flying knee. That's the second one already in the first round, mate.
Oh, he gets dropped. This is what I was saying, right? If you're able to capitalize on a mistake, this could be it. This is heavyweight, lads. This is not featherweight. All it takes is 1 or 2 rocks for the fight to be over.
These are big lads throwing bombs. Obviously only halfway through the first round, already seeing that rock and knockdown. Going to continue that sort of pace, I would imagine. Even the block wasn't able to stop that power body shot landing.
I mean, I'm just looking at stamina, right? Aussie, of course, we didn't expect ThatAussie to come with a huge stamina advantage going into the second round. But by the looks of it right now, might be a good time for him to stop. Considering,
oh my god, the boxing of Warzby this evening is on fire.
He is eating all those shots to this big ass chin. I don't know, is he Samoan?
ThatAussie, I'm not too sure, brother, to be honest with you. From New Zealand, I believe, isn't he? Or Australia, one of the two.
Yes.
Australia, yeah.
Australia, yeah, he's got the Australian trunks.
Yeah. Alright, well,
that doesn't mean that can't be Samoan, right? Like, come on, lads.
Honestly, the combinations from Warzby this evening, I'm just very, very impressed with the hands. They've looked very, very good. The way that he's been mixing it up, going to the body, going to the head. Definitely has to be careful of that pull, counter, and that flying knee again from ThatAussie.
Big man with the big things jumping high.
Oh, now he's landing some shots of his own. Gets ate up on the kick. The switch to the body inside of range meant he ate a couple of hands. Stipe's boxing on point this evening. Over the course of those first 5 minutes, ThatAussie definitely needs to get something going to change the tide of this fight, and quickly, Valentine.
I mean, I just heavyweight is one of those weight classes where you can't pick someone to, you know, go into second round and still dominate. after that performance simply because it's heavyweight. All it takes is one punch to change the complete course of the fight.
Yeah, Taito Avasa stamina still definitely in there. The head health, not so much though, as he gets sat down for a 4th time.
The man is still alive. He's
Rocked.
not out yet. He got rocked and probably sat down. Maybe. Being reckless. He needs to be more composed. Doesn't want to throw those hooks like a crazy man out there.
The chin of Taito Avasa has never been in question. Eating bombs this evening. Able to survive once again. Plenty of time, but rocked and hurt.
Beautiful head movement with the dog bite to Ivasa there. Aussie is doing a very good job right now, but I would like to see him be able to counter from some of those beautiful head movement, because that's the only way he's going to get Miocic back. Because right now with the stamina, there is no way, you know, the further he goes into the round, the slower he's going to get.
Yeah, and look at the work that Miocic is putting in, just continuing to go to the body intelligently, attacking the head, just brutalizing every aspect of his opponent.
Now it would be a very good point for him to go up and down. Unfortunately, Tui was able to get out of range. Beautiful trip and catch by Warzby.
He sits him down again.
For the 5th time, 6th time, I lost count at this point.
Yeah.
Rains some ground and pound, gets him out of there. Beautiful work from Warzby. And shout out to Aussie for the pick of Taito Avasa.
Yeah, maybe, regretting it at this stage, the power in the hands of Stipe, the precision of those punches, all landing perfectly with the hands of Warzby controlling. Beautiful work by him. Commiserations to his opponent, but excellent work. That man now picking up another big win for the AJS camp this evening, doing great work, and I'm sure he's going to be very, very happy with that performance as he goes on into the, into the rest of the season.
Yeah, definitely. People are asking if he lost a bet because he had to pick Taito Avasa. I don't know, mate. You gotta ask the man, but I still respect the pick, right? It's just like when someone picks Clay Guida.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's up to them, my man. It's up to them. Like, when I fight, I'll go like a Cub Swanson and so on, but that's because I'm comfortable with that fighter. So maybe he's just comfortable with Taito Avasa up in that weight class. I mean, you've got to, that he is Aussie as well, so he picked the Aussie guy. He picked the, obviously the Aussie fighter. So obviously potentially also that to do with it as well. Just maybe a big fan of Taito Avasa, and with the power and the striking accurate of that man, it's hard to, to kind of say anything to it. Can understand it completely. The man is an absolute savage, not able to get the job done here this evening. Obviously, Warzby going with the serious Stipe Miocic pick and able to get that job done. Does take us another step closer though, Valentine, and we have another grabber up, TCA Yeeticus up against ItsTonyTime. Yeeticus, a very, very, all-round great grappler, has shown in recent performances that he's got hands. Came out the last time throwing absolute bombs. Wonder if that's going to be his approach up against a dangerous TonyTime.
I mean, they're both good grapplers, right? We have seen Eddie grappling from ItsTonyTime against his debut with Rara, and his fight against, my campmate Intro as well. So I think Yeeticus should just do what Yeeticus does best. Just, grind it out, whether that be on the feet or on the ground. I think this is an interesting matchup as well, with the Ferguson and the Oliveira. Both of them have great bottom control. So let's see. With whoever gets the takedown first, it's not going to matter because both the guys have great bottom control. As long as they're able to get this rubber guard in and sink in a couple of elbows on a sub, the fight could go either way.
Yeah, both guys definitely able to take this fight any which way they should want to. The striking is on point, the grappling is on point, but right now Yeeticus landing some nice bombs. These rounded shots really finding their mark.
Really are, and goes for the wheel kick this early into the fight by TonyTime. Not sure I would agree with that. Goes for a 6-12 elbow into a spinning elbow. I believe he may have forgotten he's not the one with the razor wire perk. It's Tony Ferguson, mate. Tony
Ferguson looking as loose and as crazy as ever here tonight. El Kukui not here to play. Yeeticus utilizing him very well. Looks like TonyTime trying to do all he can to get these shots in, now making it a little dirty in this clinch attempt, and that I think that's actually a very, very good approach for him, considering the start for Yeeticus over the opening minute or so.
No, definitely. I think, going to the ground is a good approach. But what I would be more wary of moving forward is those power back drag takedowns against someone like Tony, who has a submission pretty much in every single position, regardless of him being on his back. Because you're going to give up a lot of stamina against a guy who's got one of the best subs in the division.
Now, this is one of the things as well. I mean, he does a good job of separating right there. Yeeticus is always known as being predominantly a grappler, but honestly, his striking's looking so improved this evening.
I mean, TonyTime is being too reliant on the 6-12 elbow and the spinning elbows, or elbows in general. I would like to see for him to utilize more of Charles Oliveira's skill set and not just the elbow ones.
Yeah, you don't want to be one-dimensional, especially when your opponent's got an absolute insane arsenal of techniques and tricks they can employ.
Oh, the razor wire per coming in and handy for Yeeticus. The man is still spinning. The man thinks this is a Beyblade game. This is not Beyblade, mate. This is UFC.
Let him rip, brother. Let him rip.
Literally, I want to see more. I'm at this point, like, I'm getting a little disappointed in TonyTime because he has showcased great grappling in the past with beautiful denials and lovely takedowns. But I'm not seeing any of that in this fight, and I'm seeing him, utilize Oliveira not even to his strengths.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Maybe a little bit of frustration setting in for him. That was a good takedown there. Shot, turned it again, able to secure it.
Goes for the side alarm bar. This is very, very good for ItsTonyTime, and he seems to be tracking rather well. Yeeticus is pretty low on stamina. Now, this submission does get tight as it goes deeper, but looks like he's going to do just fine and escape. Neither of the guys have any stamina left with 20 seconds into the round. He's going for a choke, I believe. Gets reversed. I've actually never seen that reversal, Cyrus. I don't know if you have.
No, I don't think I have before. Nice reversal, able to time it perfectly, quite obviously. So far, so good for Yeeticus, because, I mean, obviously an all-round dangerous opponent. The adaptations he's made to his game looking phenomenal. See if he's able to continue to employ it. Those sorts of Beyblade techniques can catch you off guard as he lands a beautiful jump kick at the beginning of this second round.
I did just blink there, so I missed what happened. Sorry, lads.
Jumping front kick to the face, brother.
Oh, wow. Not many people actually use that. Again, the elbows, lad. Come on. I'm getting frustrated, and I'm the one watching. I'm kudos to Yeeticus' composure in this game so far. And maybe Yeeticus should start throwing the straights more often or utilize pullbacks, because you can pull back both 6-12 and spinning elbows.
So that's the thing. I mean, Yeeticus, his camp is TCA, the Cheese Amigos. He's not adverse to some cheese. He likes it, if anything. So with these spins, I'm sure it's not even frustrating him at this stage. He knows how to handle it, and he's handling it very, very well so far. I mean, I'll be honest with you, he's not really taken any missteps.
I mean, the community is not showing much love for ItsTonyTime at this point. He might as well be called It's Cheesy Time with all those elbows. What I'm more disappointed in is just he's so good of a grappler for him to do what he's doing right now with Oliveira.
Do you think it's frustration, or what do you think? Like you say, we've not seen him do this before. It's just a weird approach.
Exactly. I do not know what he's trying to achieve here. Even if it's a win, as I say that, he gets dropped, which is huge for Yeeticus. Now, the stamina isn't looking great. Neither is the head health for both parties. But like I said in the last fight, Yeeticus is going to come back fresher simply because of the Tony Ferguson pick with the 97 recovery, give or take.
Yeah. I mean, unorthodox, 1 minute 42 on the clock. Time to work. He's got submission opportunities. Charles Oliveira does have submission threats, of course, but I mean, look, Tony Ferguson's no slouch either. The defense is definitely high of that man.
Beautiful denial there. Goes for the twister. I believe that was not able to secure it. Interesting choice of submission from Yeeticus. Now, if TonyTime does not know, Tony Ferguson doesn't actually have a get up if you're on his top mount.
Okay.
So it would pretty much be 50-50 denials. I believe that was an omoplata.
Yeah, and I know that Yeeticus actually has a very, very dangerous omoplata, so do not sleep on this one. There's plenty of time to sink it in. He's doing a good job of tracking it so far.
The sub D is quite high on Oliveira.
But
so
look at it. Look at it. Look at it, brother. This is getting in. It's done.
Guys, this is in. Yup, that is night for It's Tony time. It's night time, my friend. No
tap. He goes to sleep. Once again, I mean, Yeeticus showing ripples to his game. I don't really have too much to say about this man other than he's been looking phenomenal recently, and I'm very, very interested to see where he goes from there. Yeah, I mean, if I'm not wrong, Yeeticus, I believe, was the first Go-Go Plotter winner in PrimeTime. Doc mentioned something about that earlier. Yeah. So I wonder if he's the first omoplata too. So they're still one of those submissions that are definitely powerful submissions, you know, but they're not quite OP submissions, those ones. So, and he's not going for them spammingly. He utilized his all-round game plan. I mean, the most impressive part of Yeeticus' game this evening, and quite honestly, more so in his last performance as well, have been the advancements he's made in the striking realm. Just looking like a completely different guy when it comes to the striking, and makes him a much more dangerous and all-round credible threat when it comes to UFC 4 competitive gameplay. No, definitely. Having said that, lads, we are on to the fight that I'm just as curious as you are with Two Soul Rap against the legend Night Legacy, aka TMF Machine Gun. All the makings of a very, very fun fight for sure. T.O. Soul been shown to be a little bit more of a counter-striker, and if you don't know, Night Legacy is going to walk you down, taunting you and punching you in the face every opportunity he gets. So, honestly, enough said about this one, my man. Flyweight, we see Demetrius Johnson up against Smoker. Is Smoker fighting O'Malley? I don't know. I don't know, to be honest with you. I think so. That rings a bell. Yeah, I believe they did announce a card like that. If anyone in the chat knows, I'd appreciate it. DJ Pick is very, very solid in this division, right? With the footwork, you don't even need to hold your block up. You can essentially walk out of every single incoming strike if you're in the right range. And we have seen this strategy from Two Soul in the past to fight behind the black lines. We have seen it work in his favor. We've seen it backfire a couple times. Let's see which way it goes against Machine Gun. Yeah, he's looking to utilize those side steps, as you mentioned, the movement and general footwork of Demetrius Johnson. Machine Gun, Night Legacy trying to get some of those rangy shots going for him. Maybe has to work those straights, utilize those leg kicks, at least in my estimation, especially when you've got an opponent sidestepping this much, Valentine. Try and chop at that wood. Yeah, mate. I mean, I think Machine Gun is going the right way about it, being patient and, you know, selecting those shots, being in range. Because what you don't want to do is have DJ in your face, right? Because that man is pretty much the Max Holloway of this division, who can just throw, and throw some more. Like, literally, and he can take you down and just has nasty ground and pound and footwork. And if I am not wrong, DJ's one of fewer weaknesses is his legs. Okay. Interesting. Well, I mean, right now, we see him in top mount. Is he going to get the denial off? He is. I mean, that was a really late denial, but he's able to get it off. Now I'm going for the submission. This is going to be pretty deep. The stamina is low for both guys. Maybe just looking to make some reads in this early going. I was going to say, he decides to bail on it before he gets the, you know, position reversed. Which is a good shot. Both the guys, you know, they're quite low on stamina. If I'm Two Soul, I want to be careful here. That's exactly why, because you don't want to give up stamina, right? Regardless of who you are, with stamina low and GA that high for Machine Gun, he did beautifully with that reversal. They went for a full guard, got the backside instead. Decides to stand back up to his feet. Knee to the body, knee to the head, trying to get something going. Joey so far utilizing that footwork pretty well. Very, very hard to hit him. Just continues to move, stay on that bike, shoots for another takedown. Able to get that one, Valentine. Only a minute left to work, brother. A minute is a long time. Yep. Plenty of time to get
especially
some going.
when you're on top. Especially when you're on top. Now he does secure the top mount. Now you don't even need a minute here, and the risky gets up pace off for Machine Gun. He's able to get back up to his feet. Let's see if he's able to get some work here. Interesting choice. Goes for a takedown of his own.
This is a bit of a different game plan from Night Legacy this evening, but Smoker does have an underrated ground game of his own, not able to get too much off in the later going, but honestly, Night Legacy does have an underrated grappling game of his own, so I wouldn't even be too surprised if we see him try to utilize that as the fight goes on. Obviously, right now we see Tio Soul just being very, very evasive and honestly mixing in some good takedowns when he gets an opportunity.
Yeah, I think the first round was fairly not, I wouldn't say one-sided. It was a good round from both the gentlemen. I'm more curious to see, Two Souls step up on the aggression, especially with a pick like DJ, with the recovery that he has on the chin he has. You want to take some risks again. Smoker, as I say that, he gets rocked.
The uppercuts raining true from Smoker, now trying to find the finishing blow, but it looks like Joey has composed himself, trying to attack that body now of Machine Gun, making sure that his opponent doesn't have the cardio to continue this sort of onslaught over the course of these last 8 minutes.
Now, one thing I would be wary of is utilizing those head movements without holding his block up, because all it takes, like it did earlier, is an uppercut like that or a hook, and he can get sent to heaven.
The vulnerability is so high when you're leaning off. Like you say, when you're not blocking, it gives you the opportunity to get bigger and quicker counter-strikes off, but leaves you considerably more exposed to those big and powerful shots that Machine Gun has so far had a couple of flash moments of finding.
Definitely. And I don't think Machine Gun's picked up on the pattern. Yeah, if I'm not wrong, he does prefer to go down and then to the sides. If not, then side, down, side.
Yeah, he leans side and then across the middle. He's done it a number of times, trying to get you to exchange with one of those straights, uppercuts. But, like you say, leading up with a hook and an uppercut could just be what the doctor ordered. Literally one maybe all it takes. As he say, it lands exactly both shots right there, and the knee!
Oh, what a beautiful knee from Night Legacy TMF Machine Gun that just sat him down. This is why you need to be very, very, very careful with doing naked head movement like that.
Yeah, I mean, what? That's the time where you zig when you should have zagged, and the knee rains onto that chin. Absolutely beautifully placed. I'm surprised his opponent didn't go out from it, to be perfectly honest with you. That was about as clean as a knee gets. Now, the ground and pound from the top mount position, though, hurting that head health of Johnson.
Johnson does have a higher chin and a higher recovery, so I wouldn't be that worried for Two Soul just yet against a pick like Smoker, because if this was Cejudo, it would have been a different result. As I think that, he is landing some shots.
Yeah, even if he's not able to get him out just in that one burst, the chip damage is adding up little by little. With 1:05 left on the clock, Valentine, plenty of time to continue this absolutely brutal rain of ground and pound that he's putting out.
Goes for the arm triangle. Let's see what he's able to do here. I think he should have still gone through with it, because worst case he would have ended up in his guard still on top.
Yeah, it's not a position where you can really lose too much, but he now finds himself inside saddle, not able to get off the elbow. Excellent arm trap from Tio Soul.
Oh wow, he has the Anaconda and the Peruvian necktie. Beautiful get up by Two Soul.
I have to say, I mean, Smoker has, like I said, sneaky submissions and underrated grappling game, so submissions for days does that man have. Machine Gun winning that second round quite handily, at least in my estimation. Look at those statistics: 2 minutes, top control, the knockdowns, the more significant strikes. Tio Soul, he needs something big to get going in this third round, brother.
Definitely. I think he needs to, step up the pace, right? Utilize the footwork of... It looks like he hasn't learned his lesson from that.
Oh!
There we go. He eats another uppercut. You don't want to be doing that against someone who's as experienced as Night Legacy.
I mean, look, we catch him once, then, shame on him. Catch you twice, shame on you, brother. You got to stop that head movement. You've got to be careful of it. Yeah.
So it's I don't know, it's shame on DJ, I guess, at this point.
I mean, I know he feels confident about it.
paying off for Two-Soul at this point. I think he needs to make some major adjustment to his game plan if he wants to have a shot at winning, because it's still not too late. With a pick like DJ, you know, all it takes is 2 6 pieces, and then it's night for Lewis Smoker. Machine Gun with his classic taunts back in the game.
Yeah, we're starting to see him maybe go for those hooks, uppercuts, attacking the body when he gets an opportunity. That's a good takedown attempt. 3 minutes left on the clock. He really needs to get active if he's going to get something going. Obviously, so far, I think Machine Gun's possibly up in this fight all round, brother.
Does get the side control. Beautiful transition there from Two-Soul. Ooh, gives up side control this time around. This is not looking good for Two-Soul. I don't know if DJ has many submissions off his back.
I think he has the Kimura and those sorts of things, but obviously it doesn't look like he wanted to stick about to find out. Now separating 2 minutes 20 on the clock. Nice body attempts from Joey, but oh, how is he still standing?
Flying knee.
How is he still alive?
This could be it. I do not know. Wow. I'm very surprised DJ took all that shot to his chin and is still alive.
Brother, how is he still alive? That was 2 very clean knees straight to the face.
I mean, this man did take an illegal knee to the head. Maybe that just conditioned his head.
Diego Sanchez sort of training, just taking knees to your face and, you know.
Anything and everything, mate. Anything and everything. Beautiful denial by Machine Gun there. Gets the backside sweep. This is huge for Machine Gun. All it takes is the get up, because he doesn't have enough stamina to do the ground and pound in that position. An uppercut, gets it. Throws a head kick, not able to get anything. Two-Soul going for takedowns just to survive at this point. Tries to get the last minute submission, goes for the top mount, gets reversed by Smoker, and Smoker is the one to go for the submission this time around. It doesn't look like he's going to get it. Doesn't want to keep him in the submission. Interesting choice. 10 seconds left. Not much danger for either of those guys.
Fun fight, brother. Unorthodox tiles and unorthodox striking definitely out the side of TO-Soul. Have to see the way that the judges scored it, but you've got to think that Smoker picking up a nice big win against his opponent this evening.
Definitely, mate. I think that's a good win for Machine Gun on the PlayStation side under his belt, and that knee was perfect.
It really was, those knees as well. Look at that. How is he still breathing?
Beautiful shot selection from Machine Gun the whole fight, whether that be the takedown defense, the transition denials on the ground, or the shot selection throughout the fight.
30-27 across the board. Night Legacy picks up the W he was looking for. Great win. Much respect on the pick. Looking to make a statement, and I think statement made this evening there, Valentine.
Definitely. I think statement was made this evening from Machine Gun. With his taunts, as always, I wish I could see more of those taunts, mate. Keep me in my next fight.
Right. We have a late edition fight. I'm not even sure if it's on the graphic, to be candid with you. We're going to be having PL1 Hayes up against Guinness, also known as Proper Steve. These 2 guys are phenomenal competitors. Just going to give you a little bit of a rundown from my side of things there, Valentine. PL1 Hayes, of course, has crazy pressure, all-round great striking, knows how to grapple, likes to do so in a defensive capacity. Proper Steve is a guy that we've seen in the past. He is the man that we talk about when we say last second knockouts, brother. The guy is truly a comeback artist, if there ever has been one.
No, definitely right. And I'm actually glad to see PL1 Hayes come back into the competition scene, because he has been off for a while. He did have a lot of success when he did start his prime time. I believe he went 4-0, 5-0, and then had a couple of hiccups here and there. Since then, we haven't heard much from him. Hopefully, he's been working on his striking and grappling, and I'm really looking forward to see what he's changed in his gameplay.
Yeah, he's, he went away for a little while working on some of those techniques, working on some of the holes in his game. There wasn't too many there to start with, so with the adjustments, we'll have to see if he's able to come out here and get the W this evening. That's a very confident pick out of Proper Steve. I mean, the Arnold Allen pick, gonna have to see if that goes against him, up against a dangerous opponent.
Definitely. You do not see a lot of Arnold Allen picks, especially not against Connor, right? The footwork one, and just the striking, maybe sheer power. In featherweight, there's just no better pick. The only other pick you could go against Connor would be Holloway.
Proper Steve, though, let's not count him out too many times. We thought this man is down and about to be finished, and has he come back with a finish of all finishes? Gonna have to see if, obviously, he's able to do that this evening. Maybe looking to implement a little bit of a cleaner performance. I know that if I had the choice, I wouldn't want to get beaten up before knocking my opponent out. So trying to get it done a little bit cleaner this evening, landing good shots on Conor McGregor's chin.
Lands a body knee, they're not able to get much. I'm actually...
Oh, as I say that, he gets rocked and dropped. This is huge for Proper Steve. If he's able to keep the fight on the ground right now, I don't think he's going to get that finish here, but he's on top. Let's see what he's able to do with this position in control. As I say that, he gets reversed. Now, I'm curious to see if PL1 Hayes wants to stick to the ground and utilize some of, Conor McGregor's strong ground and pound and risk, trading stamina, or get back up to his feet and start raining down shots.
Right now, so far so good. I imagine that, at least if, in my estimation, I mean, as silly as it may sound, stay on the ground, man. You just got knocked the fuck down with like some savage combinations. Keep your opponent here, try to compose yourself. Plenty of time in this round, and you're not exactly losing any extra of this round by keeping your opponent here, right?
No, I definitely agree with you there. You're not losing, but like I said, you could always rely on his power with the ground and pound.
Yep.
He does go for the get up, gets it back up to his feet, where he did have much success earlier this fight with that knockdown. Let's see if he's able to recreate it.
Goes for the takedown now, able to secure that side control, and obviously Conor McGregor's cardio, especially off bottom, not exactly where you want to be. The power doesn't really come into play when you're on your back, brother. Now the ground and pound raining down from Arnold Allen, and he's got some powerful hands of his own.
Beautiful reversal by PL1 Hayes. I'm interested to see that he didn't go for the top mount, because with that stamina advantage, I genuinely believe it would have been much harder for Steve to deny that top one transition, or even the crucifix at that position. Now he said it's my time to rain those shots. However, he's only hitting the block, losing all his stamina, could potentially give up position, decides to get up, which was probably the smartest thing to do at that point.
But with that being said, brother, I mean, we're just seeing Proper Steve looking so clean on his combinations and shot selections this evening that honestly, PL1 Hayes maybe having a little bit of ring rust. Oh, that was nice though.
Beautiful hand plant roundhouse to the head. I mean, they're both southpaw, right? I think hand plant roundhouse to the body would also be a good shout. However, I think Proper Steve's actually playing him orthodox. Isn't Alan southpaw? Yeah,
he is. He starts out. Yeah, I think he got switched around when they stood up from the grappling exchanges.
Okay.
But yeah, you're absolutely right there, brother. With I have to say though, I mean, Proper Steve looking very, very clean tonight. PL1 Hayes, dangerous as dangerous comes though. So let this man get going, and you're gonna be having a very difficult night. He's looking a little bit more confident in this second round, and I know that he's not somebody that gets overly frustrated. Look at those combinations.
Beautiful elbow. This is where PL1 Hayes needs to be very, very careful. He doesn't want to let it go. As I say that, he lands a shot that knocks him down. This is huge for Hayes.
Taking that first round to find his groove, and now he found it.
What a move. I believe that was a lead elbow followed by a rear uppercut.
Yeah, whatever it was, brother, it looked crispy clean. Now securing this top mount. Honestly, if I were PL1 Hayes, I almost feel like you should separate. Right now is your moment, brother. The lights are very, very bright. Your hands are on point. With that being said, now in top mount, maybe the ground and pound opportunities going to present themselves.
Oh, doubles up on the straight. Beautiful read from Steve with the head movement there. Slips the straight, not able to get much here. Right now, PL1 Hayes, maybe he will turn it around and throws it straight again. Might want to mix it up better this time around. Goes for the gets up, secures it.
Excuse me, let's see what Peel1 Hayes is able to capitalize on. Again in the feet, goes for a hand plant roundhouse, showcasing his shadow boxing there, or shadow kicking.
Miles away from his opponent, but gets him to step into the range of that left hand, finds that. Now the front kick.
What a front kick. This might just be night for Proper Steve. Maybe not. Just 2 shots away from going to sleep. Steve needs to be very careful. Beautiful reversal from Proper Steve. Now Peel1 Hayes is on his back, which has not seemed to stop him this round. It did have some effect on him last round. Let's see if Steve is able to capitalize anything. Beautiful right bumper flick, right stick flick, and get up by Peel1 Hayes in that position on his back.
Yeah, now he's back in this position where he was having mass amounts of success at the beginning of this second round. Can he get something going with 1 minute left on the clock?
He is whiffing a lot of shots right now through to that duck. If he's able to make that read on that duck and maybe throw an elbow or a lead uppercut to a straight, he will have a lot more success like he did earlier on in the fight. Goes for a head kick, not able to get much damage through that block.
So far, so good. Action-packed start to finish. 20 seconds in the second round. Either guy looking for opportunities to sit their opponent down for the last time. For the last time.
Oh, the uppercut for the finish. The slip straight rock with the uppercut finish. What a fight.
Go to sleep, brother. That is what you say. I mean, what he just got absolutely set up with that uppercut, sent him to hell, and Proper Steve finding a way to get the W, brother.
I believe he may have ducked into the uppercut, which caused him to take peak vulnerability damage.
Absolutely right. I think you're right. Just started to click down.
I think Hayes was strongest ever in round 2. Huge credit to that man.
Like, yeah, he like you say, he's been away for a little while there, so to come back that first round up against an opponent that's been very active like Proper Steve, I mean, that was no shame in having a bit of a difficult round to start off with, right? But that second round, he looked phenomenal, but the way that Proper Steve always finds a way of sticking in there and finding an opportunity for that finish, it's just mesmerizing, man. I've never seen somebody so as durable as that man. I mean, not as much kind of accentuated in that fight right there, Valentine, but in his past performances and that one, his ability to survive that damage, turn it around and get a finish is honestly second to none.
No, definitely, mate. I'm looking forward to him, getting back. Like you said, he might have had a little bit of, ring rust. He did go away for a good while. I mean, I relocated to a different country and I got back on the scene, so 2 months after, and he still just came back. So I'm very curious to see, what he has to bring more to the table.
Here we go.
The women's strawweight division.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Weight class, which we don't see more of, with the classic fight of Joanna and Whaley.
So this is just setting us up for our featured fight, which is up next of our prelims. Megatony, Bolloywood, Benjamin out here looking to throw hands for the PlayStation scene once again. The PlayStation scene living up to all the hype so far, shown to be very educated strikers, all around great grappling as well. Starting out quickly are both competitors looking to chop that leg, Valentine, and utilize a well-rounded game.
No, definitely, mate. And with a pick like Joanna, right, you do have the chin of Holloway, the cardio of Holloway. Well, Holloway in the strawweight. So you are able to take a lot of risks as long as the fight doesn't hit the ground. Whaley does possess beautiful ground and pound in this game. So if things don't go to plan for Tony, I was going to say he might be able to take it to the ground. But believe it's Benjamin. Yeah, he said, no, I'm the one that's going to be taking this to the ground, regardless of what the stats say, because I'm just better all around. This is not looking good. It looked like Tony's actually on legacy. Not legacy, sorry, assist.
Oh, yeah, I know you mean assisted, yes. Yeah. So sometimes that, happens when you kind of come back across from a recent patch. It's happened to me a couple of times. If not, I mean, you need to get that switched quick time, brother. Quick time.
Unfortunately, you cannot, change this during game. This is not like the HUD. It's going to make a huge difference to Megatony's gameplay this time around. I do feel for the man because unfortunately I have been there. So as everyone, like Cyrus said, when patch does get updated, for some people it seems to go back. Wow, I'm actually surprised he got the reversal off of that. Goes for the submission, not able to get it, tries to get the ground and pound, gives up back sitting instead. Let's see what he's able to do here.
Well, we say go for the submission. We don't actually know. Could have just been a transition, But gets up on that one. I mean, if I was him, I'm not gonna joke with you, bro. I am going all hands with reckless abandon, not wasting any time because you do not want this fight to hit the mat again.
No, definitely not. Regardless of the stats, like I said, with something like an assist HUD, you're giving up huge advantage on the ground. If anything, you're giving up every advantage you could possibly have in this game.
Nice work trying to land these shots on the inside.
Both the guys reckless with those hands, trying to get that finish first. Now, you do not want to exchange shots with Whaley, even if you are Joanna, simply because unless you are inputting those volume shots, Whaley is the one winning the exchange. As I say that, he eats a knee going down. Huge shot selection needed from Megatony there, because that wasn't the greatest of hooks to go for. Maybe go for the body, get him think low, go high next time around.
This is... Oh, the spin kick almost landed. So far, so good. Both guys being very active. You've got to hope that he's able to keep this fight standing. I don't want to see him get brutalized on the ground with that assisted controls, but definitely a massive hole in his game. But interesting to note that his opponent isn't going to know that at this stage, right? So they don't know that that's a thing.
I mean, unless he has someone in his corner or he's got the stream up.
True. Very true, brother.
All about it. If he doesn't, then he might not. Some people like to be tuned in. Some people, like to have some sort of noise in the background. Goes for an elbow, beautiful sway and a knee. Unfortunately, the camera fucks them over in different spots.
Trying to land some peppering shots as they walk forward is Joanna and Jane check. Can't speak.
I'm not even going to bother, mate.
Joanna champion. Yeah.
Joanna, Whaley. Oh, goes for a front kick again, not able to get much damage through. I mean, this is exactly what I meant, right? If you're going to trade with Whaley, you need to get the volume output very high. If not, there is no point of you doing those trades, even if you're Joanna.
So far, so good for Whaley, even with that awful assisted grappling, was able to get up again. Now trying to rein in some shots. The power of Whaley is phenomenal. Say again?
Yeah, that head health is not looking so great right now. Might be looking at another lump on the forehead.
Hopefully it doesn't get those sorts of contusions again. That was some scary Hall of Mirrors type shit.
It really was, mate. It really was.
We see him go for a takedown. Once again, very interesting. Now in top control with the assisted controls, looking for the submission. Got to feel that he was just trying to get to top mount there, but...
I don't know how you're going to get to top mount from that position, to be honest. Because ground and pound could easily mean posture up, side control, or top mount.
Yeah, literally anything at all, brother.
Now Benjamin's the one in top mount. Finally, he makes the read on the posture up and goes for the submission.
This was really the insight as well, as whether or not the assisted controls were by choice or not, was how he escapes.
The assisted control is for Megatony, right? Because they both went for submission at the same time.
Megatony, yeah, is blue corner, I believe.
Okay. Just because I just saw Megatony go for submission and then Joanna go for the armbar.
Oh, right, yeah, I think just a little bit of confusion on it. No, but I believe that it is Whaley with the...
There we go. This is huge. This is huge for Megatony if he's able to keep her there. Unfortunately, not able to keep Benjamin there.
Raining down these shots now, doing some good work. I would honestly love to see him separate and try to utilize his striking. Yeah, would love to see him separate, to be quite honest.
I think there's very little Benjamin can do at this point, right? Whether that be on the ground or on the feet, it looks like he is getting dominated. Goes for another submission, probably just to score some points at this time. But I don't know how much points is going to do him any favors because I feel like Megatony has won this round. I don't know if you'd agree, Cyrus.
I think I would. I think I'd agree, brother. It can be a little bit hard to judge them in real time, of course. But I think I'd agree. The bigger power shots are landed, a little bit more control. But all to play for still. Third and final round in this women's weight class matchup between these two PlayStation savages, landing that uppercut and the knee, trying to go to the body on it. Benjamin trying to take that center of the cage, landing kicks to the body. Entering the pocket with those elbows. Got to be very careful, though. Megatony's got power in those hands with Wei Li.
Beautiful elbows from both parties. I would like to see you guys, throw a combination off an elbow. You might not input an elbow mid-combo, but you can always throw it first. Gets rocked. Again, it's with the hooks. I would really, really like for Megatony to, be more selective on those shots, especially when he gets the rock. He does all this hard work to get the rock.
These are beautiful shots right here, though.
Beautiful.
That's it.
To the ball. That is all he needed.
Sends his opponent to hell with a quick succession of following up shots on the ground. Absolutely brutal ground and pound from Wei Li. Megatony picking up a big W and doing so with assisted controls. Can you believe it?
Beautiful work from both guys there.
It has been an absolutely action-packed night of fights already, brother. That one does take us one step closer to our main card. Up next, we are going to be seeing the featured fight of the prelims. EK Issues up against KM Pirate Kip. These guys both very, very interesting all-round talents. Interesting to see how it goes. It's been a little while since we've seen Pirate Kip on the scene, so I know he's a dangerous all-round opponent. Likes to strike, likes to have that grappling as well. Not too familiar with EK Issues, but coming from the camp of EK, I imagine that he's very dangerous in his own right, so we'll have to see what style of game plan he's able to implement himself.
Yeah, mate. I mean, I can tell you about Issues, right? We used to have wars. I can tell you about both the gentlemen. Issues is very, very unorthodox. I mean this as a compliment. He's a very weird striker. His shot selections, his combos, they just don't add up, but they seem to work for him. He's always had a lot of success to stand up. And Pirate Kip, as you probably know, is a beautiful counter striker. So it should be interesting to say the least.
Yes, sir. Without further ado, we are here. Featured fight of the prelims. This is just where we are heating up, brother. Conor McGregor, Jorge Masvidal. Both guys coming out here looking to put on a show this evening, not wasting any time landing these shots on the inside. Valentine, I expect we're going to continue to see this as this fight continues.
Definitely. Both the guys do have beautiful hands, like I mentioned earlier. One on the counter strike and the other looking to capitalize on each other's mistake. So this could easily be, pullback for a pullback for a pullback for a pullback.
Oh, lovely shots landing from Issues. Sits him down with the follow-up.
Big for EK Issues if he's able to get the finish here. Goes for body knees. Great start from Issues there. Could not have asked for a better shot. I did not see the weight class. I'm assuming this is welterweight.
Yep, I believe so, brother. I believe so. I'll just have a little double check on that as we speak. Yes, you are right. Welterweight division. Welterweight Conor McGregor. Welterweight Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah, Conor McGregor has 94 power in this division. Not the strongest against Masvidal. Neither does the recovery doing Kip any favors here.
Doing a good job of planting on the straights when he gets an opportunity, but EK Issues a little bit all over it, utilizing those lovely lead uppercuts.
Beautiful Issues. Issues has not done anything wrong so far. Beautiful slip hook into a jab. Not able to capitalize on anything just yet. Still looking for those mistakes from Kip.
Utilizing his jab very, very well, taking the forward aggressor roll. Nice shots landing from Pirate Kip, now trying to take charge of this round at the halfway mark.
I think this is where Kip gets dangerous. When you start giving him the center of the octagon, right? When you let him dictate the pace of the fight, that's where he gets very, very dangerous.
Oh!
He's able to think carefully. You get those pullbacks in, get those body shots in. This is not looking good for Issues right now. Still too early to say. Both the men, like I said, they're both very, very good at their head movement. One purely makes it his style. The other one is quite unorthodox. So, you know, styles make fight, lads. Let's see whose style wins.
Sure, nice 1-2 landing. Pyrokip now trying to start to find his range, utilizing the footwork very, very well. EK Issues has to be careful going to the body right there. Looks like Pyrokip has made some adjustments, looking to counter it with an uppercut as he enters the pocket.
One thing Kip also does really well is 1 step forward, 2 step back. He always steps back and then comes back in with a straight, which do catch you off guard with a hit stun or even a rock. So Issues might need to keep that in mind as he lets Pyrokip walk forward.
Great job defensively. He's seeing everything coming.
Great work.
Looks for the pullback uppercut. Nothing is there. What a way to end the round. I would still give that round to Issues purely based on the rock and the knockdown.
Yeah, no, he definitely up in that round after those big moments early on. Still all to play for, though. We don't get to see Issues' stamina, but looks like Pyrokip starting out this round very, very fast, trying to take that center of the cage, landing some nice shots as he enters.
So far, good work from both the gentlemen, making very little mistake in the first 30 seconds of the round, being very patient, very selective with their shots. Ooh, goes for a slip and a pullback into a duck elbow, not able to land anything there, just out of range. Issues comes in with a slip hook.
Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting his head, raising.
Beautiful jab and step back by Issues there.
Trying what he can, trying to probe with that straight of Conor McGregor. The power is very, very much real in the hands of Conor McGregor, but he eats a big uppercut of his own. Hasn't got the stamina for Issues to follow it up, brother, but it looks like the damage is really starting to add up.
This is not a good place to be for Issues. I didn't think his stamina would have been that low, because the lower your stamina, the more damage you take. So Issues needs to be wary of that stamina as he keeps going into do more damage. Gets rocked again. This is not looking too good for him. Tries to land an uppercut as the Hail Mary, not able to get anything. Kudos to the patience of Kip and not losing his composure there.
Both
I think that's why you higher you go on the card, Cyrus, is the composure of these lads, right? Like, they don't fish for the finish, they wait for the finish to come to them.
Yeah, for sure, brother. Like you say, composure is everything in this game. You're not going to be fighting at your best if you're fighting emotionally, if you're fighting angrily, or trying to force your opportunities. You need to, do all of the right things by all means. But like you say, wait for those opportunities to come for you. And there it is, right there. What a
leader straight into a rear uppercut. Leader knocks him down, jumps on him. Just beat it. What a finish from Pirate Kip, getting one on the board for Kingsman.
Well, Jesus, yes, Pirate Kip, big W for the Kingsman's side. EK Issues looking great early on, but Kip able to make the adjustments to get the job done this evening. Big win for him on his comeback to the league. Big W. Interesting to see where they both go from here for sure. EK Issues definitely shown to be dangerous, and obviously he's going to be looking to, come back from this with a big win, I'm sure, but all about Pirate Kip this evening.
Don't sleep on Issues. That was a good fight. He did have the upper hand at the start. That could have gone either way, right? Don't sleep on that, man.
Yeah, agreed, brother. Completely and utterly agreed. Now, I have to say, though, Valentine, this takes us onto our main card, brother. We're getting that little bit closer to the main event of the evening. Got so many killer fights lined up ahead of us. Up first is going to be TMF Kobie up against LW Shane. Very, very interesting matchup there, but with so many fun matchups ahead for you, which one's standing out the most, brother?
Bang, bang. Mate, if you put Bang Bang on a fight, you could put Dino, you could put anyone, you could put Jamie, I would still say Bang Bang. You could put Romero, Zayav, I'm still saying Bang Bang. Because that man knows one way, it's forward. And that man knows one thing, he lives and dies by his techniques. Either you knock him out or he knocks you out. There is no ifs, no buts.
Yeah, he lives or dies by his game style. Always brings the action, always action-packed. Like you say, makes for a very interesting matchup. Magical Cloud is the holder of the quickest knockout in the promotion in his debut of all as well. Able to come out there, get that very, very quick, I think it was like 15-20 second knockout or something crazy like that. So big matchup with two guys who like to get the job done quickly in their fight, brother. But as you said, on top of that, we're going to be having DirrtyDave, LFC Scatter, GodAteMyPig, BSD Pudgey, and then obviously the main event of the evening with TD Styles, Morbidmadlad in this middleweight matchup. George St. Pierre v. George St. Pierre. Incredible night of fights, top to bottom, brother. Without further ado, let's get into this TMF Kobie LW Shane matchup, which is going to start off this main card with all of the action that we hope for.
Definitely, mate. I mean, unfortunately, I haven't, had the most exposure to either of these gentlemen. I know Kobie was previously in Easy, if I'm not wrong.
I believe so.
Moved to TMF, so I know Easy guys have elite striking, and I believe Shane used to be TMF.
He did, that's correct, and he moved over to the Lethal Weapons. So both guys, I think, recently with the new camps. I mean, obviously...
I think they both have a point to make. Sorry to interrupt you, Cyrus. Either one of them is going to say, I left this for a bad camp, or the other one saying, you made a mistake by leaving a bad camp.
Yep,
so
for sure.
I'm looking to start a camp rivalry right here. Let's go, lad.
Well, Kobie's looking to start out quickly. No feeling out process at all, brother. Looking to land shots to the body and the head. Look at that lead body hook. Landed it 3 or 4 times already in this opening 30 seconds.
I think he's doing the right thing. This is what we've been saying with every single Yan pick this whole time, right? Dictate the pace of the fight, take the center of the ring and push forward. That's how you use Peter Yan to the most of his skill set and ability.
Great work.
Now, what I would be interested to see from Shane is the RTRB retreat, especially with someone who's pushing forward at this pace. You want to be just in range for them to initiate a shot and move out of range for them to whiff it, right? That's the level you want to get to with someone who's has, probably one of the best footwork in that division with TJ Dillashaw. You want to utilize that retreat.
Yeah. For sure, brother, for sure. He's also got some lovely little footwork. Got that bang Muay Thai to go with it, so I'd like to, see him utilize some leg kicks. Lots and lots of spins to the body for Kobie, but he's landed, I think, every single one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not being punished for whiffing them. All Shane needs to do is literally what he's doing right now.
Well, that was one of the best evasive movements I've ever seen from Peter Yan there. Literally teleported from one side of the cage and then back into range, now landing shots.
Hey, man, it's EA Sports. You can become Raiden in an instant.
It's all in the game, brother.
It's all in the game. Oh, beautiful uppercut on the exit there. Now, Shane does need to be careful. TJ is not known for his shin in the game. He might have beautiful footwork, swift hands, and like you said, bang on Muay Thai. But he still needs to be wary of that chin, especially against someone like Yan.
Yeah.
It seems to be, I just noticed, Shane is doing fair bit of damage to Yan's lead leg. It might be a good shout to switch stance. Yan doesn't have the weakest of the switch stance. It's surely in the mid-90s.
Chopping at the leg. Nice step off for Shane. He needs to start looking for some big counters though, because he's getting some nice slips and nice movement, but not capitalizing with damage counters as he gets a nice front kick and now a clinch. The takedown to boot, only 30 seconds, but all scoring movements and maneuvers from LW Shane over the course of the last 30 seconds, brother.
Definitely. And to be honest with you, I actually kind of agree with Shane's technique of going after the legs. I know he's giving up his body and head health right now, but it doesn't play well in the later rounds. As I say that he eats a knee that gasses him, and Yan chooses to, I'm going to gas myself if I gas you.
Well,
a smart decision from Kobie from my perspective, Cyrus.
Well, these guys now going to have to make adjustments coming into this second round there, Valentine. No touch of gloves. No love lost in this one. Starting it very quickly. Looking to put each other's lights out.
Beautiful combos.
I don't know if you started this rivalry, but there definitely seems to be one, Valentine. These guys have no love lost in this matchup.
Hey, man, if there's a pot to be stirred, I'm going to be doing that for sure.
Landing nice shots. The straight has been like a sniper for Kobie this evening.
Lethal weapons. I will not say the rest. TMF.
The motherfuckers? Always, brother. Always. Oh, those are some wayward shots right there. But once again, Shane just not able to capitalize with a counter as his opponent leaves himself open, overextending on those shots.
The body has been money for Kobie this whole fight.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's the 6th one that's landed. Each and every time they've landed perfectly as well. So, I mean, you definitely need to be aware of it. Oh!
Oh! Clinch just backfired for Shane. Kobie's been watching a lot of Martial Mind videos. That's all Mind does. You know, every time he gets clinched.
Oh, Jesus, that's it. It's done. It's got to be. It's got to be.
Enough stamina. Still throws an uppercut, knocks him down. Taunts the man. Tells him TMF is better than lethal weapons. Come get some.
Eats a head kick for his troubles, though. Has to be careful as he sits his opponent down once again. Does not want to throw away this advantage. Shane looking for his opportunity to get his opponent back with one. But honestly, Kobie looking fantastic this evening. Another spin kick to the body.
This is not looking good for Shane right now. His head health is very low. Kobie making the most of the limelight with those taunts. Sits him down again. I don't know if he wanted to go for that finish, but he does secure it this time around, making a point, making a statement that Shane made a mistake by leaving TMF.
That's maybe what he was saying. Either way, he was saying, I am the better man tonight. Look to prove it. Able to do so, gets the finish, and honestly, Kobie looking phenomenal. So I am very intrigued on where that man goes from there. Here's Peter Yan this evening looking very good, sniping with that straight over and over again, attacking that body with the lead hook, ripping to it on the opportunities, and able to amalgamate all of that into a beautiful victory as you see the snapback on the snake's head.
He's the better man tonight with the better camp tonight. I have nothing against lethal weapons. I just want to see some shit go down. Let's go, lads.
Trying to get this camp v camp thing going.
What better place to start than here?
For sure, brother. Very, very fun matchup in that opening bout of our main card. Up next, we are going to be taking this fight straight through to the very, very dangerous EK Jakey up against PoloMagic. This is a bit of bad blood between these two guys. Been calling each other out in chats. Obviously, PoloMagic friendly with Simple Benny, I do believe. And EK Jakey, amongst a few others, have had a couple of runnings in recently with the man in the chat, so they were calling it out, looking to prove themselves on the card in front of everybody, brother, on who's going to be able to get this victory, who's the better fighter this evening.
I don't know, mate. I've used, you know, I've fought both of them, one in ranked, one in sparse. I know Jakey to be one of the most devastating grapplers in the game. This man has takedowns that I didn't even know the game had. You know, I've seen him go for suplexes that I did not know that the game even had inputted. So I'm very curious. Tranquillia did say EK is 1-1 today, and Benny wants to make that 1-2. Let's see. Looks like Benny is calling them out as well. PoloMagic with his signature clinch attempts from the get-go.
Yeah,
looks like he wants to give him some of his own medicine. Goes for the clinch attempt, just fading, gives him the back by giving them a single leg takedown.
Maybe the first time we've ever seen EK Jakey on his back. Gonna have to see what his abilities are in grappling from these positions. Have to see if he's been putting the work in the gym on his jits. You've got to imagine with a, you know, such a tough and dangerous camp in the EK boys, he's got, you know,
We
this.
did just see Harambe.
Yeah, exactly. So far, so good for PoloMagic, working calculatively, standing back up, which is an odd choice. I was not expecting that, brother.
Goes for a takedown immediately. He said, I can stand back up and get you straight back down.
So I've seen this before from people, you know, getting up and then taking them down again, getting up and taking them down again. What's the mentality behind that sort of game plan?
Mental warfare, mate. That's the mentality behind that game plan. It's mental warfare. Imagine getting back up and thinking, okay, now I can, you know, implement my game plan, and then being taken right back down.
Very, very true. That could very well be it. Trying to play some mental warfare in the cage this evening. Is PoloMagic separates once again and instantly back to that takedown. This time, EK Jakey able to defend it, knees to the face. Maybe looking to utilize some of the hands of Usman, but not able to with that clinch attempt.
Oh, beautiful takedown by PoloMagic with the clinch toss.
So far, so good. The denial is on point from PoloMagic, working very, very intelligently and decisively to defend these positions, hold his opponent in them, whether this be the mental warfare, whether this just be simple grapple accurement. PoloMagic able to implement a good game plan thus far over the opening 4 minutes of this fight. Valentine, EK Jakey definitely staying calm and composed, but eating a lot of stamina, you know, deficit over the opening couple of minutes.
Definitely. I mean, I don't know if you remember, Cyrus, the last time I saw Jakey on his back was when his time at BFAP, and that was against his campmate Styles, with him Cejudo and with Styles being Cody Garbrandt, if I'm not wrong.
That does ring a bell, brother, yeah.
I've never seen him on his back for, you know, more than a minute, let alone almost an entire round. So PoloMagic is definitely doing something right. If PoloMagic has half as good as his top game as his bottom game, I think, you know, it's a good safe bet to say he's not going to be having much struggle on the ground against Jakey. However, his stand-up has not been tested yet. Jakey has been sparring with the likes of Spider and Trixie and Dino to better his stand-up, and there is no one better to help your stand-up than those three men right there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We haven't really got to see Jakey's hands in the past. We haven't got to see them here tonight either thus far, due to the absolute grappling onslaught of PoloMagic that he's been able to implement over the opening first 5 minutes. But maybe we get to see that at this point. This is the time that you get to see it, but no wasting of any time with that takedown attempt from PoloMagic once again.
Just get the sprawl and the denial. This is huge for Jakey. Oh, well, I did not think he could get back down that quick off a get up. Another denial.
Obviously aware of all of the keyframes in the game, able to utilize it to the maximum effect, not wasting any time pouncing on his downed opponent. Now looking to keep him here, slicing over into that half guard position. PoloMagic so far so good, able to utilize his overall slight advantage in the top control and his relentless, you know, kind of chase for this grappling has really started to pay out for him so far.
This I just don't know, mate. I mean, right now I'm trying to think what Jakey can do better, right? It's not like Jakey's doing anything wrong. It's just PoloMagic is doing everything right.
Yeah, absolutely, brother, absolutely. Maybe look to build those GAs a little bit more. He hasn't been utilizing those small postured up shots, small unpostured shots. He's now doing so from this half guard side control position, but I think a little bit more of that is what he needs. But it does honestly look like Polo is cracked out of his mind on it tonight, with those denials just being on point, stopping nearly everyone so far.
I think he's just having a bad day. You know, everyone has those. You know, either one is having a bad day or the other one is having too good of a day. Either way, I know PoloMagic is not the one to complain in this fight so far. But we do know if anyone can turn it around, it is Jakey B. We have seen him do it in the past. Goes for the submission here for PoloMagic. I don't know if he's going to get it. Again, guys, what's wrong with you? It's too early to give up on a fucking submission. We literally just sunk it in. We've been seeing it all night. As I say that, I think there might have been a rock for PoloMagic.
Now the stamina is definitely very low for Jakey. We don't get to see where Polo's is, but he bails on it again.
Don't get me started, man. I ain't even gonna get excited for these submissions no more.
Yeah, we'll wait until they're in, until the guy's arm is broken. Then we'll start calling it, but...
These rocks are definitely sinking in for Usman. I don't believe Usman to have the best bottom game, but I do know Usman to have one of the best top game, which is not good for Usman against Usman. Let me see how many more times I can say Usman.
Usman raining down shots upon Usman. No, let's not do that. Let's not, let's not do that.
Goes for the get up, secures it with 30 seconds in the round. Let's see what he can do. Goes for an ankle pick and secures it. I mean, this must be demoralizing for JKB. I mean, what can this man do, right? He just got back up after a grind of a round and unfortunately got taken straight back down.
I think, honestly, in this third round, it sounds stupid, but I almost just don't feel like you don't block your head. You've just got to be using that straight to keep keep other things. You camp the LT and RT because he hasn't thrown a strike, I don't think, in the opening 2 rounds on the feet, has PoloMagic. This has been takedown attempt after takedown attempt. I could be wrong, but I don't think he has.
It's interesting. Apparently, you know, it's been said that, you know, canceling subs could go for a stamina drain if you keep going for them back and up, which could be an exploit. Oh, beautiful takedown defense by Jakey there. PoloMagic goes with his taunt, goes for a clinch, eats a rear hook as a thank you.
Starting to try and use that slip, just trying to make sure that his opponent isn't able to utilize that clinch as easily, but gets the ankle pick.
Gets it this time around.
Love it or hate it, got to appreciate it.
Here, Cyrus. Maybe he's going to go for another strike. Beautiful get up by Jakey. I was going to say maybe that's what Jakey could do different this time around, is build those, you know, mini GAs like you said. That's something he used to do very well off. Maybe this fight he was just frustrated and maybe he got taken back by surprise because he's the one that's supposed to be the wrestler here.
Yeah, and quite honestly, I like not to be too. We've all been in those positions, but in the striking, while you can see the frustration setting in, just jabbing his way into distance, utilizing the double jab to cover the distance, and that, you know, just kind of really telegraphs to your opponent when you're entering. It's allowing his opponent to get under those change levels and take him down repeatedly. Obviously, frustration setting in, but you know, this is what Jakey normally does. So you know, more striking on the feet by all means, but. He's normally the grappling threat, the guy that's swarming you on top. Once again, didn't even want to get excited. Knew that they were going to cancel that one. It's okay. He goes for it again. This one, maybe he's going to try and sink it in. Don't know what he's trying to do. Apparently, from what you're saying, the stamina drain may be a thing. We'll start to keep an eye out for that and have a little look into... I mean, exploits are banned, period, motherfuckers. So we will have to see, but I don't know about that one so far. So
yeah, he might need to look into it. I mean, so far, if he went for another sub after that cancellation, I could have seen it as an exploit.
Yeah. I can't say I've seen people do it in the past, but no, obviously there are niches. Polo is definitely a well-versed grappler in all regards, knows the intricacies of that for sure, looking to utilize it this evening and has been able to do so with massive success over the massive course of these last 15-odd minutes there, brother. Going for another arm triangle.
A lot of submission points for PoloMagic there from the judges.
Yeah, this time he looks like he's going to trace it as well to the best of his abilities, trying to get it in. The escape block's imminent, but...
He's going to go in, unfortunately. Maybe he's trying to get to side control or ends up in his guard. I think at this point it is safe to say PoloMagic has got the fight in the bag. Unless Jakey is able to get to his feet and land one devastating straight that Usman has against Usman.
Oh, this is good. Ground and pound. Gets reversed. 20 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, there's 20 seconds on the clock. I don't know what JKB can do. This is an exploit I am guilty of doing towards the end of the round, so I cannot complain from PoloMagic side.
Yeah,
there's
I mean,
only 15 seconds left, right?
You've got to think he's won that fight, right? I mean, like, just absolute non-stop grappling pressure. I'd love to... we're not going to see these statistics, but I would love to see how many strikes he threw striking, standing, sorry. Because I don't feel like there was many, if any at all. Those takedown attempts were instant and just honestly relentless. There was no time to breathe if you're Jakey, to stop anything. So, respect to both opponents, but not EK Jakey's night tonight. PoloMagic picking up a big W over a tough opponent. That was some crazy grappling though. PoloMagic, his denials were on point. Like I said, I'll have to have a little look into that cancelling of the arm triangle. We've seen a few people do it tonight. I don't imagine that's the reason, but nevertheless, all set. Go take us forward there, brother. Does take us on to our next one. Highly anticipated fight of my own. We're going to be seeing the fabled FSK Desire. The man is very dangerous in all regards, striking and grappling. Actually facing up against one of your campmates, KM Caliber, which I've heard a lot about, Valentine, but you can tell me a little bit more about him, I'm sure, brother.
Caliber, mate, I think he was a bit unlucky in the past couple of his fights with the matchup against, Liam and Jakey, who we just saw. I think this fight, he's definitely got a point to prove. That man is, 2-0 on ESFL. He was 2 division champ on IXE, so he is no new to the game, right? He is in my opinion, he plays the game is supposed to be played, which even I don't do, because he's a pure MMA, striker, wrestler, grappler. He does everything. So I'm very curious to see how Desia, matches up against it. I have sparred with Desia multiple times in the past. His Holloway is one of the elitists in FSK. So let's see.
We shall have to see, brother. I have, like I said, I've come across Desire for a number of times. He's very dangerous in all regards. Max Holloway's an excellent pick for him. The fabled Caliber is on the rise and looking to make a statement this evening against, like I said, a highly respected and dangerous opponent in Max Holloway, also known as FSK Desire this evening.
Exactly. I'm just curious to see how this fight's going to go, right? Because I really do hope Caliber brings it home. If anyone can do it, it's him against Desea's Holloway. But right now, he doesn't seem to be finding his range. Double takedown bail. Not bail, failed. For Caliber there. Desea showing some beautiful striking with Holloway pick.
Oh, but he eats some big power shots.
He gets rocked. This is bad for him. You don't want the fight to hit the ground against Volkanovski, even more Caliber's Volkanovski. No, I do not want to sound biased, which is, not something I do, but it is going to be very hard for Holloway to get back up to his feet in this round.
So far,
I do hope he proves me wrong.
Caliber is staying composed in these positions, working some ground and pound, opting to posture down himself rather than utilizing or breaking too much of his own stamina down in the process. Intelligent game plan and approach so far over the opening 2 minutes from that man right there. Desire obviously staying composed in his own regards though, Valentine, and looking to try to minimize the damage that's being put his way.
Yeah, mate. Like I said, right, Desire is a great striker, but I genuinely do believe Caliber to be a better grappler. There is another momentum transition that they've recently added to the game. If you did not know, guys, on scroll you can actually choose pro and then go to either backside, and the transition is significantly faster. Wow, Caliber decides to let him up, which is a very interesting choice.
Still 1 minute 55 on the clock. Lots of time to get something going. Caliber's landing some blistering shots on the button. Desire's trying to get something going himself, but has to be wary of the damage that's coming his way. Volkanovski has the power in those hands, as we saw a little bit earlier on in this round, brother.
Definitely. I think Holloway, still... the round is too early to call, right? He did have a lot of success on the feet at the early round. I think he just got caught with the uppercut lead hook, which did end him up in the ground. But so far, he seems to be finishing Caliber's stamina quite well. Beautiful front kick that he just ate.
Doing a good job so far. Desire's still composed, looking to utilize that lead hook into the straight, catching his opponent as he steps off on those angles. honestly all caliber so far in this first round. Desire is not out of the fight yet with those big moments of the rocks. He's got to be feeling very, very confident.
Excuse me. Yeah, I don't see why he wouldn't feel confident. And now that he's also tested both the stand-up and ground game, I think going into second round, Caliber should do fairly well. And similar to Trixie, right? Caliber is someone else who makes a lot of adjustments in the later rounds of the fight. So I'm very curious to see more to Desir's adjustments than Caliber's, because I have sparred plenty with Caliber, so I know the kind of adjustments that man will make. So yeah, let's see what he can do.
Nice work, landing beautiful shots on the insides. Looks like he's starting to try and get active with those hands. Is Desire.
Oh, the range. Needs to be more wary of the range, because Holloway does not have the lengthiest of arms in this division. Fun fact, Volkanovski actually has a longer reach than Holloway. Oh, as I say that, he gets rocked and taken down again. Deja vu from round one so far. Desire had a great start, unfortunately got rocked and ended up on the ground. Beautiful denial on the top mount.
Nice, postured up, 3 minutes 30 on the clock, brother. Caliber's got plenty of opportunities to get some damage going. Obviously a very seasoned all-round player, not looking to give up these massively dominant positions without a fight.
The side control is one of Caliber's, most dominant position. So if Desire is able to build that GA like he's doing right now, he should not be in trouble. Beautiful denial by Desire there.
Yeah, Desire is no slouch in any regard on this game. Respect this man's grappling. Respect his striking. Excellent denials. Going to be looking to step up when he gets the opportunity. Waiting for that perfect GA. And then he'll go for the stand-up.
He goes for side control. Goes for the side control. Gets denied. This is bad. And another denial. What a denial game Desire has. Now Caliber is starting to implement some of those fakes. It might be a little too late as a ref decides to stand them up.
Eve's not having any of that.
Yep. We need more refs like these.
Right now, Max Holloway seems to be landing the shots on the block of Caliber a little bit more consistently, and that's exactly what you need if you're Max Holloway. Lots of shots in quick succession. The output needs to be high, and you need to be landing.
Oh, lands a head kick. That's huge. Unfortunately, doesn't get the damage he would be looking for. Whiffs on the hook. Lands the body hook there. Caliber goes for the clinch into the whip. Gets the whip. Puts him against the cage. Let's see what he's able to do here. Goes for a knee to the leg. Nothing major. Beautiful wizard by Desire. Not wizard, sorry. Escape off the clinch. Cage. Comes in with a lead hook and a straight. I wonder if Caliber's making those reads, because that could pay off huge dividends in the last round. If the fight's able to get there, it does eat a lot of shots to the head. I know Caliber
The counter was not there, Valentine, but that duck was almost what the doctor ordered.
Yup, Desire is, he's getting rocked, but he is not landing enough. The shots have been equal. It's just Volkanovski has more power. He just needs to land, if he's landing 20% more, then he will do. As I said, that he gets knocked down, and another powerful suplex. I don't know. I just hope Desire is able to get back to his feet, because at this point his head health is significantly lower, even though Holloway does have one of the highest chin and recovery in this game and the highest in this division. I don't think it can keep up with these ground and pound anymore. Beautiful denial.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, he's not going to have to. There's 3 minutes 40 on the clock, and look at these strikes.
He just ate like 12 straights in a row. How is this man alive? beautiful denial there. I'm surprised he didn't get the reversal sweep off that denial, because that was a pre-denial. Goes for the arm triangle. Interesting choice. If he cancels it right now, I'm going to have a word with him.
I don't expect we're going to see it. He's keeping it. It doesn't really matter what happens. He knows that he can get in a little bit deeper. Looks like he's going to be able to slice over into side control before this submission's over.
Yep, it looks like that foot is going to get off his guard, and it does.
No, I would instantly go into the Kimura in this position if he's got it. He doesn't try his knee on belly, but the defense there.
Beautiful denial by Desire there. Because normally, you know, everyone's pre-denying Crucifix in that position. Beautiful denial. And goes for a sprawl, gets denied, eats those elbows. This is very, very bad for Desire with that head health looking very low. He does not want Caliber to pass up right now. This could easily be the end of the fight. And the head health looking low, and that is all she wrote.
Caliber's ground game not to be trifled with. That man's ground and pound absolutely savage. He rains them down, gets the job done. Gotta be feeling very happy with your campmate and his performance this evening there, Valentine.
Definitely, and it's crazy, right? Like, I mean, I'm just trying to look at it from the Desaire's perspective. Not that he did anything wrong, he just kept getting clipped. He did have beautiful hands that went into, you know, each round. Unfortunately, he just kept getting clipped towards 30 seconds of those rounds and ended up getting taken down. It looks like one of the judge actually gave it 19-0 and the other two 20 to Caliber. Either way, the man won. Off to the next fight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is the one we were calling out for a little bit earlier on. Anytime Bang Bang fights, it's almost like the people's main event. You know that he comes to absolutely throw bombs, and Magical Cloud looking to make a name like that himself after a big early knockout in his debut. Fastest knockout in history within Primetime. We'll have to see how these ones go down, but I'll be honest with you, I do not imagine these guys, like, well, honestly, I'd be surprised if they open the first 30 seconds. It's going to be craziness.
I'm curious to see the predictions, and as soon as the predictions open up, I'm putting all my points on Bang Bang. If this fight goes past second round, I'm not going to commentate anymore. That's how confident I am that this fight is not going past second round.
Absolutely phenomenal. These guys, honestly, like you say, competitors as competitors get. PS side, both guys have action-packed styles. We see that it's going to be a Conor McGregor pick up against Dustin Poirier. Love to see it.
This is crazy. The trilogy happening here before it happens in the UFC stage, lads.
Let's do it.
Waiting for the predictions to open up.
Touch of gloves. They are straight to it.
Straight away. No, no feeling process. As you can see, Bang Bang. The man knows one way, and that's forward.
Non-stop action trying to land these hands. Are both competitors, as you can imagine. Both guys really don't want to take a back step, but Magical Cloud being forced to do so, at least in the opening going. Not too many looking to land bombs of his own.
Oof. People want to know if EK can go 2-2, if anyone can, get them back on the win side, it's going to be this man. Not saying anything bad about Magical Cloud, just a huge fan of Bang Bang. Who isn't, right? Oh, beautiful elbow knocks him down. I believe that was a slip elbow, Cyrus, if I'm not wrong. Slip into a rear elbow.
I think you are right, and they are so dangerous when they land. The power is crazy. Lands always at peak vulnerability. Trying to get the shots off is Bang Bang, eating some body work. Magical Cloud stamina is a little bit lower as he eats a lovely pullback. Steps off into that combination, now trying to pressure forward.
Yeah, everyone thinks, oh, Bang Bang, he's going to be in front of your face on throws, but they don't realize how often he's in front of your face and how often he throws. everything that man throws is with the intention of putting you to sleep. Or get slept.
Non-stop pressure as to be expected from EK. Bang Bang utilizing that jab, trying to prod forward. It's amazing that he's actually jabbing at all, to be honest with you. The range is so small, he could literally throw any strike and it would land.
And with the accuracy of Connor, right, it's guaranteed to land. Look at that head health of Poirier. It's looking so low. I mean, he needs to do some major adjustment. What I would probably do is use a retreat into the leg kick to get the peak vulnerability damage and get Bang Bang to think of something other than his head, because he's not even thinking about his head right now. He's just thinking about Magical Cloud's head. Maybe take him down. Not saying that he's a slouch on the ground, but get him to think of something, mate. Because right now you're losing this fight. As I say that, he gets knocked down. And Bang Bang jumps on him. This might be it. The great ground and pound of Conor McGregor comes into play, just not enough to finish the fight.
Trying all he can, as to be expected. 1 second to go. It goes into the second round, brother. This is... I don't think we're going to go past that point, but... I'm amazed this landed this long.
Yeah. I still want to commentate, so let's get this, round.
We want you to commentate too, brother.
Like, I've Bang Bang either knock out or get knocked out, bro. Ideally knockout. Got 4,000 points riding on you.
You bet 4Gs on Bang Bang. Maybe a good bet as he gets the rock here in the second, puts his opponent down.
This is not it just yet. Goes for a knee, gets out, doesn't even want to capitalize on that clinch. Now he puts him to sleep. Looks like I'm still commentating tonight.
Thankfully so, brother. Not gonna leave me on my totters. EK Bang Bang gets the job done, puts his opponent to sleep. These guys both throwing bombs start to finish, Valentine. You love to see it, brother. Getting us all warmed up for that main event.
You can never be disappointed with this man's fight, man. Regardless of who he's fighting, even on the the card earlier we had on PlayStation, right, when he was fighting Hamza.
Yeah.
Like, even then, the man lost, but he still moved forward that whole fight.
Brother, honestly, Bang Bang always comes to fight. So does Magical Cloud. By all accounts, so far in his performances within the promotion, very, very fun start to finish, as to be expected. Honestly, like I said, wouldn't have expected anything less. It was the people's main event leading up to it. Lived up to all the hype. These guys non-stop throwing bombs. We've honestly been absolutely blessed start to finish tonight already. Absolutely non-stop action start to finish. These guys all been laying it all out there. Bang Bang able to get 4 knockdowns over the course of that fight, though. Those 2 rounds, big for him, as you would expect to see. Just non-stop action and output from that man right there.
Yeah, and he puts EK back on the winning column, right? They are 2-2 we have one more EK lad to see if they can end the day on a high note with EK Dirty, aka DirtyDave, fighting none other than LFC Scatter of bantamweight division.
With all of this, honestly, like you say, both guys have phenomenal grappling all round. I would say LFC Scatter definitely has more of an all-rounded kind of like unorthodox striking style, right? DirtyDave definitely has a more traditional striking base, both very, very, dangerous in the grappling. I'm very intrigued to see how this goes, brother. The unorthodox style of Scatter or the more traditional approach of DirtyDave.
Either way, mate, I just know it's going to be a war. Like, knowing Dave and having seen his fight, he was also my ex-campmate. I think that this could easily be a 2-3 round grind. Knowing his style, because he's similar to Caliber, right? He's someone who's very, very good at the whole MMA aspect of the game. He's good at striking, he's good at ground game, he's good at wrestling, he's good at grappling. He's just good, period.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm very curious to see how Scatter is going to, keep up with it. But I do respect the front pick. So my favorite for this fight is going to be LFC Scatter, simply given the raw front pick.
I do actually think he's a great counter to Peter Yan, but I just don't know if that's going to be enough given the traditional style of Peter Yan. I think it really, really is going to benefit the style of DirrtyDave in this sort of matchup. Although he does have to be careful right there. There are some nice block breaking combinations that Font seems to be landing on the button each and every time.
I think he's a good counter for Yan if you're able to land those 1-2 from range and then enter the pocket. If you enter the pocket without those 1-2, because one of the reasons Yan's a solid pick is his 1-2, right? And the only one to match that in this division is Font, simply given the reach and 5-star boxing combos. Beautiful teep to the push kick to the body, to the front kick to the head by LFC Scatter there.
Non-stop. These guys, very, very action-packed. I was honestly expecting a bit more of a grappling show. It does go for one there, but eats a knee. These guys, though, leaving it all out there. The hands, the spin kick, now the takedown attempt. DirrtyDave able to secure it. Side control with lots of time to work there, Valentine.
Excuse me there. Yep. Gets the side, secures the side control, denies the half guard position. This is where you see the EK grappling comes into play against Scatter. Scatter again is, not new to the ground, but I do not believe Font's bottom game oversees Yan's top game. Forgive me, forgot English there for a second. Landing those elbows from side control from EK Dirty. Postures up to land some mean ground and pound. The block of Font is looking low, so is his head held. The pace of the fight has changed drastically since the Rock Cyrus. Beautiful half-guard transition by Scatter. Gets him off those elbows, which did seem to be chipping away his block and head held. Goes for a sprawl, secures it this time, and powers out with a takedown. Not sure if that's the smartest choice with the cardio, but better now than never.
Yeah, 35 seconds on the clock. Lands that spinning back fist, which seems to be one of his favorite techniques of the evening. Now the overhand landing, you see the health of Peter Yan becoming a little bit problematic in moments. Has been known to be flashing over the course of the last 5 minutes in moments, but both guys having great successes. Like you say, the cardio of Scatter definitely becoming problematic with a couple of these missed shots and the bodywork from EK Dirty.
Definitely. And it's actually, I think this round goes to Dave from The Rock.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right, brother. I'd agree. He seemed to have just had the better of the exchanges as a whole.
Underground.
Yeah.
Takedown. Ooh, goes for a lunging jab. Interesting shot to start the fight with, not able to land it. Showcases some of his elite shadow boxing there. Beautiful knee from Font. Lovely range management from Scatter, not getting hit by those 1-2s from Dirty, just trying to find this range to get in his pocket where he can do the most damage. With the Yan pick, lovely push kick to the body. Goes for the spinning elbow, not able to capitalize with the head kick, which is huge, not able to counter off of it from Scatter. Each of these missed opportunities are going to cost both these gentlemen a potential win from this fight. Push kick lap pushes him down, clinches him against the cage, lands some shots on the knee, lets him go forward, then does a powered back drag takedown.
Non-stop. Obviously, DirrtyDave incredibly dangerous on the ground, looking for that knee on belly, ground and pound action, not getting overzealous with it, wants to maintain this position, given all opportunities, not allowing his opponent to wiggle his way out of this easily.
I mean, secures a side saddle. I believe Yan does have crucifix, if I'm not wrong, so I'm surprised Dave opted to go in for the side saddle over the crucifix.
You are right, he does definitely have does definitely have the crucifix transition, I do believe, but sometimes that happens when your opponent starts to transition themselves, so maybe something like that had happened during his transition. Can't quite remember the specific of it, to be quite honest with you.
Goes for the top mount, nicely half guard there. I mean, Scatter, you know, he did have a great start to the fight, but unfortunately, Dave seems to have found his rhythm going on the ground. Scatter might want to, you know, get this fight back to the feet where he has a reasonable shot of having success.
I agree with you, brother. Yeah, I mean, this is where DirrtyDave is at its most dangerous, I would say. I mean, when he came onto the scene, when he started competing within PrimeTime, the man was basically a out-and-out, you know, wrestler. Came out here with the likes of Curtis Blades, was walking his opponents down and just mauling them on the ground.
Beautiful denial there. That's a huge stamina deficiency from Scatter. I'm surprised to see Dave not going for any submission, because that could have been a good time to test, you know, Scatter's submission defense.
Yeah, no, that's right. Not a lot of time left in this round. We're going to have a third and final round, it would appear, in this one there, Valentine. It looks like EK Dirty's starting to get a lot of momentum. What do you think, brother? Does he go for a takedown in this third round, or does he start to utilize that striking of Peter Yan with the stamina advantage that he's able to be accrued?
I mean, I always said stick to game plan, right? It's worked so far. He hasn't had much success on the feet. He's had a lot more success on the ground. So why risk losing a fight trying to, you know, stroke your own ego, saying that you're a better striker when clearly you're an elite wrestler? As I say, that the man.
Oh, mate, that's it. That's got to be it.
This could easily be it, and that is it.
Beautiful work from EK DirrtyDave, getting the job done for his camp this evening.
Ends the day on a high note for EK with 3-2.
For sure, man. One of the best camps around, has one of our most long-standing champions with EK Trixie. DirrtyDave, a former champion of Season 1 himself, maybe looking to build his way back up to that, but big performance from him there this evening, and you know, interesting to see where he goes. As always, man, it's never a boring fight when DirrtyDave or Scatter's involved, for that matter. They always bring the action, always looking to, you know, try to get their opponents out there in any which way they can.
Definitely, Cyrus. And having said that, lads, the fight that we've been waiting for to get us the one step closer to the main event is here on the Xbox side, with Max Combe, aka GodAteMyPig, and going against BSD Pudgey McPuppy.
Yes, sir. Clippy McTacos. These guys.
I don't think either of them need introduction.
They really don't. We'll give them one anyway, but these guys, they are both phenomenal competitors, got incredible pressure games. Honestly, like I said, it was one of my standout matches from earlier on. I think that GodAteMyPig Max has been favouring his grappling more recently there, Valentine, and obviously Pudgey still, as always, has the hand of God. Looks like a bit of an...
7 wins with the Hezbollah on his picture. Let's go.
Different under the bright lights, my brother, but we will have to see how they shape up. We see the Dustin Poirier pick out of Tev Clutch, Cliffy McTacos, Pudgey. Obviously, the Conor McGregor pick out of GodAteMyPig doesn't look like he's looking to wrestle this evening. He's got hands and he's looking to utilize them.
Definitely. And what I was going to say there, Cyrus, is when you said, you know, forgive me, GodAteMyPig Max Combe has been showcasing more of his grappling. I did manage to get some spots with the man. His striking is not lacking. He still got it. It looks like he just wanted to make a point with his grappling. So I'm curious to see how Pudgey chooses to approach this fight. Then again, GodAteMyPig was only, you know, able to showcase his top control. And like someone said in the chat, Harambe, who earlier, everyone's got great top control, not many have the bottom. It's the bottom control that separates, you know, the great from the goods.
Yeah. Doing
so
good.
Maybe Pudgey is able to test it out, especially with a pick like Dustin. You know, there's... As I say that, he goes for the takedown. Wise man.
Yeah, maybe he heard you. He's looking to utilize it now, trying to stop him slicing across. Actually decides to separate. Interesting.
Goes for a clinch, throws in a knee, lets him back out. Beautiful slip into the lead hook by GodAteMyPig.
Non-stop, brother, non-stop. Powering through at each other, just trying to probe forward it with that jab. Is McGregor popping that right hand in the face, setting up that left power hand. Obviously, Pudgey's got power in both hands himself, needs to get a big pull or a duck to counter off GodAteMyPig, not giving him any space to breathe over the opening 3 minutes, just pressing forward. Although Pudgey's holding the center, you know, he has a lot of space behind him. It just feels like GodAteMyPig is kind of sticking very, very close to him no matter where he goes.
I think this is something people don't do enough of, right? You don't need to, when someone says you need to pressure, you know, your opponent, doesn't mean, you know, throw 17 shots to their face. Just simply stand in front of them, make them, you know, feel like the cages are a lot smaller than it really is.
Exactly, by your presence alone, right, brother?
Literally, mate, that's all you need. You just need to get them to start thinking about what you're going to do without even doing anything. Now, that is what will put, you know, will potentially give you opportunities to counter shots, to initiate takedowns, and to punish your opponent for their mistakes.
Now, this has been a very closely contested opening couple of minutes. Both guys landing nice sequence of combinations on each other's chins. McGregor switching stances a couple of times now, back into that favored southpaw position, trying to set up the left hand as he does so with the body uppercut.
Let's see what he's able to do from here, because GodAteMyPig do seem to be taxing on stamina a little bit with the 112 strikes. Not the best of accuracy from both the gentlemen. But hopefully Pudgey can change his game plan a little bit around, because I think in this division especially, all it takes is 4 to 5 leg kicks for Connor to start, you know, feeling the weight of Poirier's legs, the 4-star calf kick stats.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. These are some nice body kicks. Looks like Clutch going for the clinch attempt, knee to the head. Yeah, it's good work. You need to make it a little bit dirty, I think. Try to get Conor McGregor out of his comfortability. GodAteMyPig has the power and the speed, the accuracy, but maybe not the durability of the Poirier pick.
Now, Max is chipping away at Pudgey's body health and head health. This is not a one-way fight. Both the guys are chipping each other's respective stats. But what I'm curious to see, which one is going to initiate a better game plan. Because on their feet, I just don't see either of them having much success until they're able to implement such things as leg kicks or clinch or takedowns.
Yeah, he's having a little bit of a difficult time with that power and accuracy of Conor McGregor right now, doing a good job of just poking at him, continually landing on the button. Pudgey needs to try and get something working, not giving up. Seems to be calm, doesn't seem to be getting frustrated by it, but these shots definitely start to add up there, and going to become even more problematic as the time starts to take upon us.
No, definitely. Goes for a teep just out of range. Initiates a clinch, not able to capitalize anything. Beautiful side steps and head movement. Goes for a clinch again and goes for a takedown, not able to secure it this time around. And maybe third time's the charm. Goes for the clinch and beautiful takedown defense by GodAteMyPig. Now, in case, I'm pretty sure Max is aware of this, all he needs to do is throw that straight every time Pudgey comes in for that clinch, and vice versa, to stop the attempt.
Honestly, brother, the body mix-ups that I'm seeing right now from GodAteMyPig are just on another level. He continues to rip to the body uppercuts with Conor McGregor. They seem to be doing beautiful work, although he does seem to be on the losing end of the stamina battle. Definitely not the head health, side, but
all
the stamina. Yeah.
But then again, it is against Poirier, right? Like, all it takes is that one uppercut or check hook to rock you and potentially sit you down and finish you on the ground. So Max does need to respect the power of the Poirier every time he enters the pocket, which he's been doing so far.
Yeah, he definitely has. I mean, both can be same can be said for both guys. Of course, both have crazy and scary one-hitter quitter sort of power. Looks like they're both guys still taking an educated approach to each other. Still high action, non-stop, trying to jockey for that position of center control of the cage, trying to get the better of the shots off, and honestly, fighting tooth and nail for every inch of this fight so far.
Does manage to get his head held blinking. Now, one of the smartest man I've ever fought was Inzog. I'm cold-blooded. And he always said, I would much rather have a stamina advantage than a head held advantage going into the last round of any fight. Yeah. So if Pudgey is able to capitalize on that beautiful stamina advantage that he's had, it would be great because the out of the gate stamina perk is gone for Max right now.
Really is, and you know, like I said, the power of Dustin Poirier is the type of thing that carries throughout every round as well. He has a big problem with this head health, definitely needs to get a counter, but the power is still there for him, brother. So like you say, only one big shot is really needed to change the complexion of this third and final round.
Beautiful catch. Maybe go for an elbow, goes against the cage, secures the power takedown. I actually did not know you could do a power takedown off that. Let's see what Max is able to do. Gets the get up. Interesting. I did not think he had the cage advantage there. Clearly, this man knows something I didn't.
Yeah, these guys
goes for the body straight just out of range.
These guys absolutely fighting for every inch. Lovely little beautiful combination, mixing up to the head and the body once again from GodAteMyPig. I'm absolutely loving to see it this evening. Clutch trying to stay in there, nice blocking of the body, doing well defensively, but just taking a little bit of the worst of the damage, and it's starting to really add up at this stage of the fight.
Definitely. And you can see all those body straights, and he's able to do it just as I say that he knocks him down with those shots to the head. Interesting choice. He goes for the side control. We did see how good Max was with his side control. He's landing those elbows. This is not good for Pudgey. All it takes is 2 strikes. Once those elbows are landed from knee on belly, Pudgey needs to be very careful in this position right now. Maybe throw a couple fakes. You don't want to give him the denial he's looking for right now. Beautiful transition to the half guard. Posture sub goes back into side control. Let's see what Pudgey can do. Beautiful sprawl. Beautiful sprawl. Well needed there from Pudgey.
Yeah, still got a lot of time in this round. 1 minute 30. Decides to pull guard. There are submission opportunities from Dustin Poirier on the back, but not going to be given that opportunity as his opponent separates.
I mean, at this point, you know, it's very hard to see how Pudgey's going to come back. But I have seen this man do it in the past, so I hope he does for his own sake. But Max has put on one hell of a performance, lads. We've seen his grappling, we've seen his striking so far, and potentially, I don't want to, you know, jinx anything, but he could be a very interesting matchup for Trixie.
We'll have to see how this matches up. They fought on the last defense, I do believe, of Trixie's, his toughest tets to date. This is his bounce back fight, or trying to make that against the dangerous Pudgey. Yeah, they fought on the last round. It was a very tough matchup.
My bad.
No, you're right, brother. You're out there, man of the world right now. I completely know it. Pleasure to have you here this evening. Hard to keep up to date with all of the action that we have going on, of course. Multiple cards per week, so traveling the world, brother. Barbados is a beautiful place. I don't blame you at all.
Really is, mate. Really is. If anyone comes through, always give me a shout.
Bro, if I come to Barbados, what you?
We'll get the catamaran out.
30-27.
Say Max. Yeah, I think it's safe to say he did win the rounds.
Yeah, for sure. 30-27, he gets the victory. Win or lose, that was a very fun matchup from both guys, putting it all on the line. Wouldn't expect anything less from two absolute savages and all-round favorites within the community of, Tev Clutch, Cliffy McTacos, Pudgey, and GodAteMyPig. You know, like I say, GodAteMyMotherfucking as I like to introduce him. The guy is an absolute savage. He is a problem. If you didn't know, you know. Watch out for this guy. He's going to be in and about all of the competitive scenes, I am sure, making an absolute nightmare for any opponent that he is up against, showcasing it once again this evening. But do you know what that means, Valentine? Main event of the evening, brother.
Ooh. We just spoke of, GodAteMyPig side control. Now, against Styles, GodAteMyPig side control is probably still in nursery. This man, it was what, 9-0 in ESFL? 8-0?
I think so. Something silly like that. He is sillier.
He did not let anyone, once the fight hit the mat, he did not let them back up. Whether that was in ESFL, PrimeTime, IXE, any league, you name it. If he gets you on the ground, yeah, you're not getting back up, mate. Unless it's me, I have beaten him 1-0. We've never finished our best of 3. He's been ducking me ever since. He literally quit Xbox.
He quit Xbox. Is that what you're saying, brother? He's still got Xbox. He may be coming back to Xbox to get your fight with you if you keep talking like that, brother. I don't know.
I've had too much champagne. I'm out here doing 24 shots, mate. You can get on.
Feeling yourself lit? Well,
1-0.
Right now, though, Valentine, he has some trouble ahead of him. Morbidmadlad is an all-round dangerous threat. Going to be looking to mirror match him with the George St. Pierre pick. So anything he can do, so can he. He's going to look to try and do it better, of course. Truly, these mirror matches can be a real, indication of who is just the better fighter, because there's no stats advantage in this one in any way, shape, or form. So I'm very, very intrigued to see how it matches up. Obviously, the favorite coming into this is probably the champion, previous primetime champion. I don't know if he was previous ESFL champion, but all round has been his. Yeah, I think so. It was. Yeah, all round savage on the scene. TD Styles looking to make a defense up against the dangerous Morbidmadlad. Tell your everybody's. This is one you're going to want to see.
Literally, mate. I mean, like you said, right? It's just the stats don't matter, but I don't know, as we previously mentioned during JKB's fight, this man did keep JKB on his back as Cody Garbrandt against Henry Cejudo. So...
yeah, there are levels to the grappling. There are levels to the grappling, and Styles is probably at the top of, that ladder. He is truly one of the best grapplers on the game. Probably going to look to utilize it given the opportunity. Nice takedown defense from Morbidmadlad. That is massive early in the going.
Dude, especially with that stamina advantage that he's able to secure so far. GSP is not known for his chin. But yeah, I mean, it's against GSP, right? We've seen a lot of mirror matches today, and it's mostly been with wrestlers. And funnily enough, we stopped seeing Yan mirrors.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's very true. We've seen some actually interesting matchups tonight as well, with some unorthodox picks, with the Smoker pick a little bit earlier on, the Taito Avasa pick. Exactly, brother, exactly. Now, Styles' stamina after that early takedown defense not actually looking the best, and this is a 5-round championship bout, so with Morbidmadlad trying to tag the body, this may be a little bit of early troubles for the champion.
Yeah, I think Styles really do need to work on getting this fight to the ground right now. Again, he's with TD, right? He's literally with one of the best camps. The GOAT test of UFC is his campmate Blake Tyler. So if anyone's going to help him get better on his striking, it has to be the GOATest of them all, Blake Tyler. And he's got Suave Jamie, who was the first ever triple champ, if I'm not wrong.
Of ESFL, I believe so, brother. I believe so. And we've seen some of those adjustments in his striking style. I mean, in some of his previous performances, the combinations, the distance management that he was landing was almost on point the entire way through. But quite honestly, Morbidmadlad, the contender, looking like he's actually taking control of this early going of the fight. Not until that! The champion dangerous as ever.
Yeah, he does need to keep an eye on that stamina. They're above GSP. Neither of them have good cardio. So you do need to, keep that in mind when going for either the wheel kick or emptying your gas tank after a rock.
Sure, brother, for sure. Looking for those uppercuts again. He knows that his opponent's been going to the body, trying to attack that, stamina of his. So Styles using that educated, all-round mindset of his to fire those uppercuts when he sees the opportunity. Had some successes on it so far. Morbidmadlad has to be wary of it as another one lands again. You can see him hunting for it and having large amounts of success, brother.
Now, I don't know if you know, if anyone knows, because previously Madlad was circling to his rear hand, which did not allow Styles to throw that lead side kick, but he made that beautiful adjustment in that fight. As I said, he did eat that lead uppercut there, going for the body. Good way to end the round. Let's see how, you know, Morbidmadlad approaches the second round.
Yeah, I mean,
Styles, we've spoken about his grappling. Sorry to interrupt you there, Cyrus. But his striking seems to be on point.
No, he definitely has made massive adjustments in his game as a whole. Interesting first round for sure. Definitely seems to be shifting of momentums back and forth from the challenger and the champion. Now landing some knees to the body as Morbidmadlad trying to get something going. Sees the opportunity to become the new primetime champion, trying to grasp it with both hands. The champion once again backed up against the cage, staying composed, but this isn't great posture for him. But a lovely takedown.
He went for a ride. Let's just make sure this isn't the last ride of the round, because against someone like Styles, very well could be. He might not get a chance to get back to his feet.
Morbidmadlad showing excellent defense though, able to stop that side control position. Now hitting the full guard, not able to stop the postured up, educated move by Styles, knowing that the opposite switch was likely coming his way. Once again,
this is a huge denial for each party.
And again,
Styles do need to be very wary right now of giving away the stamina advantage to Morbidmadlad.
postured up once more. Styles raining down the shots. He does so in such an educated way there, brother. He lands a couple of shots, moves on to another and more advantageous position. Absolutely beautifully educated game plan being implemented by Styles when he does it, or when he is able to hit the man.
I think at this point it's more just knowing, you know, from experience than educated Cyrus. He pretty much knows ground game like the back of his hand. You know, it's educated for us seeing from the outside perspective as strikers, but I feel like at this point he just knows exactly what to do at what position to get the most out of his pick.
Yeah, but that's exactly what I mean, bro. That's what I mean by educated. He knows everything in all positions, but as well versed as he can come on the ground and looking to utilize it. I'm very, very impressed by Morbidmadlad's defense thus far, although he is now on the worst end of the stamina battle with 1 minute 35 on the clock. Still another potential 3 rounds after this one to go.
Wow, he secures the full guard sweep.
Not expecting that, man. Not a lot, not a lot of time in this round, but able to separate, and 1 minute 15 is a lot longer when they're on the feet, able to land some shots.
Oh, huge clinch toss and lovely late denial from Styles. Morbidmadlad is getting back to his feet. Let's see if he's able to get anything done in this round. Well, I don't know if you've noticed, Cyrus, the stamina advantage seems to be going back to Styles' corner.
Yeah, it does. It does. The advantage, like I said, is shifting of momentums. The grappling, drain that is being put on each other. The body attacks of both opponents. That was a lovely slip-off. Didn't capitalize on the hook of it, but very, very close and got to be concerning. Got to be careful of those sorts of techniques going forward.
Lovely takedown by Morbidmadlad. Secures it this time around. Let's see what he's able to do from this takedown. Honestly, range on ground and pound towards the end of the round.
Very competitive matchup over the opening couple of rounds here, going into our third round of this 5-round main event spot. Both guys still having fairly decent amounts of stamina, but Morbidmadlad now on the slightly worse receiving end of that, as we see Styles trying to attack the body once again.
Oh, beautiful head kick there. Now, GSP does have a very, very sneaky axe kick. I would be curious to see which one of them is able to implement it first. Morbidmadlad says, you take me for a ride, I'm going to take you one back.
Lovely work now, trying to work the body. Morbidmadlad showing that he's not afraid of the grappling at all. Obviously very confident in his all-round abilities. Knows the grappling pedigree of Styles, but just honestly not dissuading him at all for what he needs to do in order to get ahead in this fight.
Definitely, and this is not a 3-round fight, lads. This is a 5-round fight. So I would like for you guys to keep that in mind. Because their stamina is looking more like a 3-round fight. Both of them bowing down to each other, showing respect Excuse me.
Yeah, they're not playing like they want this to go to the judges. They're not trying to point fight. They're trying to get their opponent out of there with any which way they can, whether it be in the grappling, whether it be in the striking, trying to land these big shots. Now, nice straight into the body kick from the champion.
Beautiful body straight return from Morbidmadlad. It looks... Oh, what a wheel kick. Looks like Staus's body health is somewhat low compared to Morbidmadlad's. Beautiful late denial.
Oh, as you say that, the body and the head rock.
He eats a body uppercut that rocks him, eats a headshot that knocks him down. This is not looking good for Morbidmadlad. Maybe I was wrong on the body health. I didn't think it was that low.
Lovely work once again, chopping to that body lead hook, stops his opponent, continuing the combination. Another body chop.
Maybe this might be a very good time to set up a head kick, and he does.
Sends his opponent to almost hell with that one, brother.
Oh, the takedown defense on this man is being on point. Whether that be late or early, beautiful uppercut rocks Morbidmadlad, and he throws an uppercut of his own, not able to get any vulnerability damage going there.
Trying to get the finish. Both guys aware that this is going to be the narrowest of margins in order to get this win. Stamina low. Both guys hurting. Honestly, brother, it's on a dime piece at this point. Oh!
This is a title fight we've been asking for. And he sits him down. Maybe get the finish here. I don't know if he can. It's just one shot away. The stamina is not looking good.
35 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, going to the next round, it's going to be Derek Lewis with Francis Ngannou of second round with this stamina. Rains more shots to the body, to the head, still keeping him mixed up, showing us why he's the champion.
Yeah, he is making some great adjustments here. The problem is that both guys' stamina, their health statistics are not in the best of positions, and you know that it only takes the one, my man, to send your opponent to hell, especially when you're hurting and when you're gassed like both guys are right now.
Now, the problem is, I don't know if you noticed, our Staus's head health is fairly high. Almost as fresh, because Morbidmadlad did invest a lot of time in the body, which we did see pay off with the head kick rock. And early as I say that, he tries to go back to the body, eats an uppercut, gets rocked, takes a lead kick to the body, gets rocked again. This is not looking very promising. I would have really loved to see him go for a pull guard there or a pull guard sweep instead of a takedown.
The champion is marching forward, trying to get the finish to secure the defense of his belt, but Morbidmadlad securing the takedown.
The rescue takedown chain.
Relentless.
Yeah, not many people know. If you have a significant stamina advantage, or in this case, neither of you have stamina, then you can chain another takedown of its takedown denial.
Oh, now, he goes to the armbar.
Submission, which I haven't seen a lot of. Morbidmadlad secures the slam. Let's see what he's able to do from here.
No, being as good.
He went for the Kimura and got denied there.
Able to sink this one in though. The staminas are still both very, very low.
Yeah, they are significantly low, but it goes both ways. Like you said, Cyrus, if your stamina is low, your attack is going to be just as weaker as the other person's defense.
How are you scoring this fight so far, brother?
I'm giving predominantly two styles. He has secured a lot more knockdowns and body rocks compared to Morbidmadlad. Not taking anything away from Morbid, he's done a beautiful work, but he was, on the verge of getting finished multiple times.
No, you're right. Definitely those later rounds have all started to go Styles' way as he looks for a finish here in this fourth round. But the first round, I think, was Morbidmadlad's. I would have to see the statistics just to see if there was a rock that maybe kind of changed the statistics, maybe in somebody's favor. But after that point, the champion has really started to shift the momentums. He's not out of the woods yet. Morbidmadlad fighting tooth and nail, trying to get this belt. but looks like Styles is not willing to give it up anytime soon.
I mean, I would agree, Cyrus. I think the first round, probably I would give it to Morbidmadlad unless there was a rock, like you said. Beautiful denial there. Flicks his right stick towards the move, getting him the side control. Goes for a submission. There's not enough time on the clock to potentially get it. As I say, that does get the chain. This might change a thing or two. Maybe not. There's only 10 seconds on the clock. Looks like Morbidmadlad is safe for now, as long as he does not do anything reckless and is still slow, and he's able to get to the last round.
Very, very fun match. I mean, like, he should be very proud of himself, right? After the stamina deficit that he's been on Valentine, how low his stamina's been, the head health and body health disadvantage he's been at for the last couple of rounds, to make it to this 5th and final round, got to be very, very proud of himself. But he is not out of this fight, brother. He may be hurt, you know, maybe brutalized and battered right now, but an opportunity for a pull counter is all it really takes, and the champion, you know, gonna have to be very, very much mindful of that as he approaches this final round.
The 5th and the final round of the championship belt. Oh, this man's takedown denials have been on point. What a beautiful teep to the head. Gets him rocked, goes for a body kick, gets him rocked again, goes for a teep to the head, is blocked, and another takedown denial is blocked, chains into another takedown, secures it with Morbidmadlad. I think at this point, Sal's, you know, denying takedowns is going to be pointless, as its stamina is too low for Morbidmadlad to not chain another takedown.
Yeah, for sure, brother, for sure. Stars deciding to stand back up. Probably feels like his best opportunity for a finish is now going to be on the feet, and obviously knowing his opponent being as gassed as they are, and not going to be able to put together any sort of combinations.
Those fins, mate. Honestly, how many takedowns are you going to deny? Oh, wow! He turns it around! I thought he just got knocked out there, and it was just a knockdown. Oh my god.
Almost over.
Don't count anyone out of the fight. What a war we are seeing at this point, ladies and gentlemen, with Styles in the red glove, Morbidmadlad in the blue, red being the champ. Knocks him out!
And still,
what a fight.
These guys brought the action. Morbidmadlad showing that he deserved to be in the spot. But over the course of those five rounds, Styles able to secure and put together a number of shots that were really just able to change the tide of the fight as a whole. What an all-round beautiful performance from both guys, but specifically Styles. As the fight went on, more and more confidence, more and more domination started to pile in his favor. Almost that Nate Diaz sort of turnaround at the end where he gets the rock, right, Valentine, but it wasn't quite enough. And
oh, mate, honestly, fucking credit to Morbidmadlad, alright? Huge respect to that geezer. Did he come through? Honestly. What a performance. I genuinely think he deserves a rematch, another shot at the title.
Well,
but that's not for me to decide.
I know that there's a dangerous matchup, I think, in the making for the champion up next. One of the matchups that he'd seen in the past, and somebody that's put together a couple of wins since that point. I think it's Hamzat that may be touted for one of the next PlayStation matchups. I could be wrong. There are some up-and-comers on the scene. So with that all being said, my man, it's been an absolute pleasure calling these fights with you tonight. Start to finish.
As always, mate.
Non-stop action, brother. Want to take a couple quick moments to just let you guys know that we are going to be having TD Fatinator up against Simply Benny this Monday, 2:30 p.m. Eastern. That's 7:30 British summertime. Make sure to stop by and obviously check in with that one. Going to be having some other fan-friendly names like AJS Sandman up against KM Tadpole. Plenty of names. I mean, I'm sure you've seen these guys have been around the scene for quite a long time and all been putting on killer performances. So going to be starting off the week in style, brother. As always, primetime action, non-stop, every single day of the week. Almost. Monday, Saturday right now, adding more events in the very near future. Every single week, brother, every single week. We want to take a moment to thank you, each and every single one of you that stopped by, show support on these shows. Obviously put on these killer fights for us to see. Spread the word, let everybody know that Primetime's here to stay. Been doing this thing for a long time now, going to continue to do so. Build the community up. PlayStation, Xbox, everybody is welcome. opportunity for everybody to showcase their skills, whether you be new to the scene or an established fighter. So get yourself involved, your friends and family involved, anybody that loves this game and loves the sport. Yeah, they're fucking dog, bro. I don't care. They play the game, they love it. Get them all involved, bro.
Goldfish, everyone.
On that point, though, we are going to be taking a moment and raiding somebody that we are, or a league that we are making some relationships with going in the future. Aggro Fighting are doing a 24-hour charity stream as we currently speak. Currently, they're doing a Fight Night Championship kind of event, I do believe. So what we're going to be doing is heading over there to their charity event. They've still got another 12 hours or so. They're at about their midway point of the charity event. So show them some love when you go across there. Obviously, they're going to know PrimeTime sent you. They're a great promotion themselves. Give them a check out, calf-only promotion. Until then, we'll see you on Monday. Much love. Peace out. Take it easy.